Hello, hello. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are, people. Hello, good to see you. How are you? Happy Monday, and happy beginning of the week, and hopefully a very good week ahead. How are you? It's good to see you. Thank you so much for being here so early. Thank you, Sneaky, for the first, and leaving taste out of it. Hey, Ketchup, hello. How's it going? Hopefully you can be back in time for a bit more of the stream. Hopefully. Tilda's cooking. Nice. Something delicious, I presume. Um, yeah. How was your weekend? Was it a good weekend? My weekend was pretty okay. It was pretty nice. I didn't have enough time to do as many things as I wanted to. And I couldn't do anything with the sketch that I posted on Twitter that I want to do something with. But that's gonna have to wait, I guess, for later in the week. And but I was practicing a lot, and I realized that movement wise I am okay. I need to practice more bosses and become better, unfortunately. But on movement and up at a certain point of my speedruns, I am on a very good 34 pace, and I end up having like a 36. So yeah, I need to get better. I need to get good. You had a great weekend? Nice. Awesome. Hey, Cessa, hello. Bonjour, bonsoir. I don't know how to pronounce that, but yes. Hello, Gold. Hello. How are you? Was practice day? No, so today. Because this is something I kind of promised last week, and it's something I'm kind of excited about. We don't do this one that much. I'm gonna be running the game on current patch, like current 1.5, which is something I don't do very often. The game feels and looks much better. And what I want to do today is start a 112%, not a speed run, but a regular run. I know that from some people in chat that they have told me that they don't know the game that well, and they would like to know it better, and they would like to see some things of the game that we normally don't see because we're speedrunning. So I thought, why not? It's more like a casual playthrough that we can talk about the lore, we can discuss those things, and we can like grab items and things like that. So that's kind of cool. If my audio is lagging, is probably on Twitch's end because I have 0 drop frames. Unfortunately, Sneaky. Twitch has been very weird for the past 2 weeks or so. It's been really, really bad. Constituous, hello. How are you? Hope you had a good weekend. Yeah, it's more like a casual playthrough where we talk about the characters and lore and things like that, and appreciate the music a little bit, because that's something that we usually don't do either on the speed run. Later in the week, we might have a retro day again. We continue Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. That's going to happen later this week. Then I'll be going on vacation for a couple of days. So this coming Friday, we won't have a stream. So I might stream on Wednesday to compensate. But we will see about that. I'll let you guys know on the Discord. But that is a little bit of the plan. So I hope you had a good weekend. And I hope you yeah. Thank you for being here. Where am I going? Well, I am going to the Czech Republic on Friday. I'll be going to the Czech Republic, yeah. Thank you, Sneaky. Yeah, nice. Like one of the places that I've never been to, and I always wanted to want to go to is Prague. Especially, there is a church, like 1 hour 45 minutes from Prague, that I want to see. I'm not a religious person at all or anything, but this church has a lot of history. It's basically the walls and pillars and things like that is made out of bones of people who died during the Black Plague. And I so want to see that. It is the most metal church ever, so I really want to go and see it. So that's basically the main reason why I'm going. It is pretty metal. So, and I knew about this church forever since I was like very very young, and I was like, I have to go there one day, and I don't know why I haven't gone. So this time, since I'm trying to kind of take care of myself and heal both physically and mentally, I was like, I'm fucking going. So yeah, that's it. Yeah. But it's a church nonetheless. So it is touristy place anyway. So yeah. You demand lots of faux. Yes. I'm gonna try to take as many pictures as I can and upload it on the Discord for sure. Yeah. I like taking care of yourself is a thing that I kind of neglected for so long, and now that I'm getting closer and closer to 40, it's like I should definitely start doing that and pay more attention to these things and stop, because my life's history is a lot. So mostly the way I managed things was just power through things. I was just like, bashing my head against the wall until I broke it. But now it's kind of different. I wanna do things properly. So I'm like, taking more walks outside and taking more care of myself and now this kind of thing. Yeah, a little bit of self-care. Yeah, take care of yourself. Like, I know most of you are in your 20s or so, or even younger than that. Take care of yourself. That thing goes very, very fast. Yeah, all the homies love self-care. No, I'm nearing 40. Yeah, I'll be 38 next week. Yeah. I am an old boy. Can we get some old in chat? That's an emo that I love. It's a good way to compliment the streamer. Thank you, yes. Ree, hello. Welcome in, Ree. Considuous, that is an amazing emote. Thank you. Is it this week? It's next week. Where is it? Oh yeah, it's this week. It's just on Sunday. Yeah. But it's this week. I was like, and I think I'm 38, right? I'm 39? No, I'm 38, I think. Well, that. Too old to remember your birthday. Your mom is 50 this year. Ooh, nice. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 38. Anyway, what do you guys say if we kinda start playing the game at least a little bit? Bye-bye, chat. Hello, chat. And listen to Zode's beautiful voice. Granddaddy. Oof. Eeh. Daddy is very sus. Alright, chat. It's time to begin. So we're gonna play 1.5, which is the latest patch of the game. You're gonna see some differences. There are some things and skips that I cannot do in this particular patch of the game, but I'm not gonna be doing any major skips or anything. Vini! I'm happy you're here, Vini. The thing. Yeah. The thing. Also 1.5 runs smoother, looks better. It plays a little bit different as well. So today we are going to start our slow run, which is a little bit of lower conversation. We're gonna check on things. We're gonna try to get 112%. This might take a couple of streams because we're not gonna do major skips, but I think it should be fun, right? So why don't we just start and create a new save? Maybe we want to create it somewhere else, maybe here. And yeah, like I know, Drip, that some people really want to, see more of the game. Okay. In wilds beyond, they speak your name with reverence and regret. For none could tame our savage souls, yet you the challenge met. Under palest watch, you taught, we changed. Base instincts were redeemed. A world you gave to bug and beast as they have never dreamed. From the Elegy of Hallowness by Monomon the Teacher. It took you 15 hours, okay. Nice, nice, nice. It's interesting to see how much we actually miss when you're speedrunning. Like, we don't get to see this all the time or anything, right? And as you could see on that animation of the night, when the eyes are very irregular and small, that you can tell that that was made before Ari Gibson actually had the develop the character further. Like, the night changes appearance a lot throughout the game. It is common in games to have that, right? Like Final Fantasy VII is a good example of that. But Hollow Knight is no exception, and the night changes significantly. As you can see, Team Cherry is during the development of Hollow Knight, it was only 3 people originally. Then one of them left, and they got a new person to finish the coding. And if you want to count with Christopher Larkin, which is the composer, then it's 4 people. So it's pretty amazing. How do they stand on such pointy feet? Carefully? All right. So we're going to be talking a little bit... wait, yesterday for the first time you reached the Radiance Shrine Pantheon 5. Hey, congrats. You're going to get it. You're going to get it, Vinny. I know you're going to get it. How did 4 people... Yeah, that's a good question, because Hollow Knight is a game that... It's only $15 as well. Like, it's a very cheap game, and that was the price originally as well. Of a game that took a long time to be finished. But as an effort of 4 people, this game is ridiculously big. There's so much content. Hey, Hex. How's it going, Hex? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, right off the bat, you are here in King's Pass, right? Higher beings, these words are for you alone. Your great strength marks you amongst us. Focus your soul and you shall achieve feats of which other can only dream. So this teaches you basically how to heal using soul. Soul is the meter that you get right there. That's the container. You see the masks. That's my health. And the container with the liquid, with the white liquid that I called the milk, is soul. So yeah. Yeah, Hollow Knight is on sale all the time. All the time. You like to learn programming games and stuff similar? This game was made on Unity. So originally it wasn't. It was made on an engine that Team Cherry had used before for the game jams. So that's how Team Cherry basically began. By developing games for game jams and basically like competing against other developers in like I believe the game jams are like a week. They give them a week to create a game or a game concept and then show it off. And that's how they started. They created the first game, which was the... What is it? It's the Hungry Knight. And that is where the first time you see the character of the knight, right? You're trying to speedruns eventually? That'll be awesome, Hex. I am a speedrunner of the game. But today we're doing a slow run just to talk about, you know, the game in general. So if you have any questions or anything like that, just you can ask freely. So they created the Hungry Knight. And it's kind of a top-down game where you can see the knight. It's already basically the same sprite as you see in this game. And you're supposed to eat some cherries on the map. And if you don't, you're gonna die. So you have to eat every so often to keep yourself alive. And then you are uncovering the mysteries of that world. It's a very small game and whatever. But that's where they took the name Team Cherry and the main character of the Knight, or Hollow Knight. Thank you for the follow, Hexcore. You like to figure stuff out on your own? Oh yeah, sure, absolutely. Absolutely, no pressure or anything. Just in case you feel like you want to ask something about the speedrun in particular. Higher beings, these words are for you alone. Within our lands, do not hide your true form. Let all bask in your majesty, for only this kingdom could produce ones such as you. Keep that in mind. Keep the part about the not hiding the true form, right? No chat on stream? Oh no, yeah. Maybe we took it out that day. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Cesar. Yeah, I was feeling that something was missing. Thank you so much. It's just that we hit it for the marbles. So Pac-Man by Hollow Knight, kinda, yes, kinda, Gold. Kinda. So, and this is something that is very appealing. I think the way Hollow Knight does things in general. You can take a look at the background. Take a look at all the scenery. And you can see how simplicity is the keyword for Hollow Knight. Like, look at the black stuff that is in front of the knight. So, all the backgrounds are made by layers, right? It's basically a 2.5D game. It's not really 2D, because the game is made in Unity. They moved it to Unity to complete it. And you can see how the map has different layers, right? And you can see the background. And they use different percentages of blur in order to make the background richer. So what they do is that basically they draw small pieces of the map and they start duplicating them. It is not noticeable because they have a lot of sense of design in designing each screen individually. And the composition looks varied, but it's not. As a person who gets most of these games on Switch, seeing a DLC for $5 is unnatural. Seeing games for less than 50, Nintendo games for less than 50 is already unnatural. Higher beings, these worlds are for you alone. Beyond this point, you enter the land of King and Creator. Step across this threshold and obey our laws. Bear witness to the last and only civilization, the Eternal Kingdom, Hallownest. Well, here we go. That's hello! Yeah, that's a soundtrack. All the DLC are included in the game drip. Everything was basically made free as updates for the game. Feels unnatural? Yes, we're gonna do everything, Daz. How are you? And we're gonna hear the first song of the game, which is Dirtmouth. As I mentioned before, the composer of the game is Christopher Larkin. This soundtrack is mostly made with samples, but something to be excited about the next game, the sequel, Silksong, is that they finally have budget to have real instruments, and that is gonna be amazing. Today we walk. You read every single thing on your first playthrough and didn't understand anything. We're here to talk about those things, so yeah, it's gonna be fun. Oh, traveler, I'm afraid there's only me left to offer welcome. Our town's fallen quiet, you see. The other residents, they've all disappeared, headed down that well, one by one, into the caverns below. Used to be there was a great kingdom beneath our town. It's long fell to ruin, yet it still draws folks into its depths. Elderbug, that's his name, Elderbug. He says one of my favorite sentences in the whole game. I'm just gonna say it right now, after this. Elderbug is funny that his name is Elderbug, but he is actually one of the youngest characters, lore-wise. So many other characters are older than Elderbug. So that's kind of funny. Wealth, glory, enlightenment. That darkness seems to promise all things. I am sure you too seek your dreams down there. Well, watch out. It's a sickly air that fills the place. Creatures turn mad and travelers are robbed of their memories. Perhaps dreams aren't such great things after all. That's beautiful. Many used to come, hoping the kingdom would fulfill their desires. Hallownest it was once called. Supposedly the greatest kingdom there ever was, full of treasures and secrets. Now it's nothing more than a poisonous tomb full of monsters and madness. Everything fades eventually, I suppose. Oh man. I have a question, but it may contain spoilers. No. Go ahead. Go ahead, Vinny. This is like, we're gonna talk about the thing. So don't worry. Feeling tired? That bench may be iron, but I assure you it's quite comfortable. There is no better place to collect your thoughts before heading below. Plus I enjoy the company, not that you seem the talkative sort. So they're teaching you, they're making you bench, right? And the bench in this game are basically the bonfires from Dark Souls, if you're not familiar with that. You sit down on a bench and you rest. You get your masks back, your health back, and it's the place that you can use to equip basically the equipment and leveling system of the game. We don't level up, but we can get charms that give individual powers or like power-ups or different abilities to the knight, and you can equip them. But you are limited to your notches, and different charms have different costs. So for instance, the only one we have right now, which is Fury of the Fallen, costs 2 notches, and we only have 3, so we can equip it, and it should be fine. But we're not. Hey, Yazzie, hello! Don't forget the Shaman Stone, we won't forget about the Shaman Stone. So this is the town of Dirtmouth, and as you can see, it's quite empty. For all your mapping supplies, we will be opening soon, Iselda and Cornifer. And now... So you wonder why on the speedrun we jump all this section is because the game forces you... Look, this is the normal speed of the knight. But on that piece of land, on Dirtmouth, your character walks at this speed. And this is very slow. Whereas like jumping pretty much is the same speed as walking, normally. That's why we do it. Okay, it's time for us to go down the well. Into the Dirtmouth. Forgotten Crossroads. You love the emotes? Thank you. We make them here also together in chat. With chat. I'm glad you like them. All right, I guess we should follow the regular route, I guess. Oh, our first character. Oh, second character. Cornifer, the map maker. Hello there. Come down to explore these beautiful old ruins. Don't mind me. I have a fondness for exploring myself. Getting lost and finding your way again is a pleasure like no other. We're exquisitely lucky, you and I. I am a cartographer by trade, and I'm working on mapping this area right now. Would you like to buy a copy of my work so far? Yes. So Cornifer would sell you the maps of the sections and all the areas. You have 2 ways of checking out the map. A map can be a useful thing, but it alone won't show you where you are. If you're not the head for directions, I suggest purchasing a compass from my wife Iselda. She's just now opening our new map shop in Dirtmouth, selling all sorts of useful things to wanderers like yourself. She'll even sell some of my old maps from time to time. So, I pop back to see her whenever I finish mapping an area. She's always so excited to see me. So it's Cornifer telling you also that sometimes if you cannot find Cornifer in the area because he's already gone, you can find the map at Iselda's. Cornifer will stay on that particular area until you kill the boss. If you kill the boss of the area, Cornifer will leave. With some exceptions, right? There are a couple of exceptions where Cornifer just never gets there, but you get the map. Also, Cornifer has 2 tells. You know where Cornifer is nearby. One, because of the humming. You're gonna start hearing the and the paper. If you see paper on the floor, you know Cornifer is nearby. And that is the way of the game very cleverly telling you that Cornifer is nearby. After Radiant's fight on Pantheon 5, a giant shadow monster, I thought it was the hunter, appears to kill him. Who is this giant-eyed creature? It's not the hunter. We will talk about it, Vinny. I will tell you who that is, but it's not the hunter. It's something related to the lore of the game and to the story of who you are in the game as well. You graciously accept 50% of credit for all of them. Nice. It's important. Alright, here we go. Now we have the map of Dirtmouth, and you have two ways of checking out your map. You can check the map quickly like this, and you're gonna see like a major overlay of it, or you can enter your menu and check the map in more detail. The map will be completed once you buy a quill from the shop and you sit at a bench. So every time you update your map, your map will only be really updated once you sit down on a bench. That's basically our first breakable wall. There's a lot of those in the game, so you have to keep an eye for them, because sometimes good shortcuts or even some characters will be hidden behind breakable walls. That is the equivalent of a illusory wall from Dark Souls, I guess. Searched so many times and found nothing. Don't worry about it, Vinny. I will let you know what that is. The maps are in the game DLC, yeah, basically.
Let's continue my quest. True,
you had a quest, that's true. No, don't die to it. Ah, I'm an idiot. I didn't want to kill it, but it died. Thank you, Sneaky. So, I'm gonna need your help, chat, with certain things, because we're gonna get 112%. Not always I remember what gives a percentage, so I'm gonna be asking, like, maybe what we're missing or stuff like that, right? Oh, that was a bit. I was wondering why he's already appearing this early on the game. Whom? You have no clue what gives percent? And we have to save the grubs. Right? We have to. We just have to. You know every percent? Okay, perfect, Beanie. Oh, the bit sound effect. Okay, yeah. Yes, that is... Maybe we won the money, right? Yes, we won the money. Why not? Save all the grubs, even the not so nice ones. Okay, we're gonna save them all. Alright, alright. You're guessing killing bosses and getting items. Yes, for the most part. But also, there are certain things that also give you a percentage, like the flower quest and stuff like that. We're gonna have to kill it normally, because we need to get the city crest. Because we said we were not gonna do major skips, right? And that should be it. Man, this game, this patch runs so smoothly that there's not a single, like, frame that freezes. Like, playing this patch, I realize how freaking jank the patch that I used to run is. Nothing freezes here, everything's so smooth. Look at that, I don't bonk my head against the imaginary ceiling, like nothing. That's so good. That's so good. Alright. Right, because 1.4 is also based on the older version of Unity.
This one kinda looks like hell.
Oh, who is that creeping out of the darkness? My, you're looking grim. A strange empty face and a wicked-looking weapon. Something important has thrown you down into Hallownest's corpse. But I won't ask what. Hallownest corpse. So, keep in mind that we don't know if the shaman, the snail shaman, is talking about metaphorically as Hallownest is dead and this is its corpse, or that this is actually a corpse that we're into, like Hallownest is inside of a corpse. But I won't ask what. Perhaps the reason you found me is because you need my help? Say no more, friend. I'm going to give you a gift, a nasty little spell of my own creation. It's just perfect for a little one like you. Oh. Better than L? No, it's not better than L. But it is good, though. Thank you so much for 50, Sticky. Can I do inventory drop? So, Vini, on 1.4 and 1.5, you can do inventory drop, but it is pixel perfect. If you press the inventory on the same pixel that you're leaving the platform, then you can get it. The Vengeful Spirit, this is our first skill of the game, right? And it says consumed, so it's into our soul now. To unleash your spirit, and then it will use soul. So the problem with the game for some beginners is that you use soul to heal, but also to attack. And if you're in a situation where you want to either attack or heal, then you're gonna choose healing if you don't have experience with the game, right? Thank you for the follow, Grateful S. Thank you so much for the follow. Some things are also, like some enemies are also in different positions in this patch, I noticed. Like this guy can do that, they normally can't do that on 1-2-2-1. We don't have a charm here, right? It's just down here. Alright. I missed it. Possibly, yeah. How are you, Grateful? Thank you so much for the follow and welcome in. I scarcely deserve such a friend as you. You're a marvel. And look, the gate between us has opened. So this is funny because you know that the shaman put you there to help him get rid of the Baldur, which is the name of the enemy we just defeated. And yeah, I'm sure you're eager to move on. Farewell, and have faith. Whatever you are seeking, it will find you. Grateful is a Kaizo buddy? Oh, so he's a god gamer too. Nice. Always welcome. I love Kaizo. I haven't played it, and I think I probably suck, but I do have some respect for you guys. Absolutely. Alright, and then after either you kill the boss of an area and Cornifer is gone, or you have bought the map or whatever, he would leave a note saying, "Sorry I missed you, if you're feeling lost, why not pop up to our store in Dirtmouth and purchase a map of this area, available now for an excellent price." That is what Cornifer does. So, what we could do though, right now, is start collecting items. So we can collect certain items here in Dirtmouth. We could wait too until we get maybe the dash. But we could also do it right now, and why not? Let's start here. Well, that's one of the mechanics of the game, right? And in this game you can pogo. That is not something that the game teaches you how to do or tells you, but it is very useful. You can finish the game without pogoing. But as you could see, for instance, I just got into this room because I can pogo. If you don't pogo, then you have to wait until you get a certain power-up to get here. But yeah. So if you can pogo, you basically have a little bit of an advantage, I would say. Absolutely disgusting sequence breaking. And we're gonna find our first boss of the game. This boss, we shouldn't be doing this boss. There is no reason for us to do it. Ah. Oh, fuck me.
First boss. What was the false knight to you then?
Right, the false knight. Sorry. The false knight is the true first boss. Thank you, Sneaky. Tell me how to pogo. The game should tell you how to pogo for sure. It doesn't. Such a blockbuster music? Yeah, it's amazing. The music in this game. And we got, by killing Brutic Molek, we get the first mask. Fragment of a mask. So usually the game doesn't give you a full mask, which is a full hit point, but it will give you a shard of it. And you collect 4 of those, you'll get a full mask. There is a total of 9 masks in the game, and you start the game with 5. The original beta version of the game, you only had 4 masks, by the way. So the game was more difficult on the earlier version, in fact. Are we enough? Do we have enough soul for the next dude? Now we do. Okay. Cool. How did you get to this boss without Mantis Claw? I pogoed. Ainsley. Okay, this is interesting, chat. So this is the first, let's say, main transition area, because Dirtmouth and the Crossroads are more or less one block. Oh, I pogoed, but I won't tell you how? Oh, I can tell you how. So this is the way you do it. If you don't have the Mantis Claw yet for this section, it's relatively simple. You can pogo out of spikes normally. And to pogo, you just like press down and attack down, and the knight will do it. So if you kind of get the rhythm, you can do this and then move at the same time. And that's more or less how you do it. You can also pogo enemies, and we're gonna see that pogo is a very, very valuable resource, because pogo will refresh. Once you have the dash, the pogo will refresh your dash. If you pogo against like a wall, or if you pogo an enemy, your dash will be refreshed, and that is very valuable, particularly for the speedrun. Yeah, you're supposed to use Mantis Claw there. I mean, to wait until you have the Mantis Claw. That should be the regular thing, but it is made in a way that you can also, you know, if you know what you're doing, you can just pogo. It's harder than you think. It isn't. Vilmi is getting cozy for this slow run. Oh, yes. Hello, Vilmi. Hello. All right. So, apart from Dirtmouth into the Crossroads, this will be the major first area that we're going into, right? And we have assigned. So, keep in mind, every time that you're pay attention in Hollow Knight to the signs. Pay attention to them because they tell you a story. The Pilgrim's Way. Travelers of Hallownest descend through verdant wilds and fungal groves to the city and this kingdom's heart. Their all wishes shall be granted, all truths revealed. So what it's telling you is that the path from the Crossroads or from Dirtmouth into the capital, which is the City of Tears, and how to get there. You're gonna cross the verdant wilds, which is green path, and the fungal groves, which is the fungal wastes, right? And this is the Pilgrim Way. It used to be called the Pilgrim Way. It was just regular citizens of Hallownest will do this pilgrimage from Dirtmouth, or outside even, crossing through King's Pass, Dirtmouth, Crossroads, green path, fungal wastes, because those are also separate kingdoms. Greenpath used to be the land of Un, and the fungal wastes were the land of the mushroom people. They effectively have one mind instead of individual personalities or whatnot. Yeah, it's a meeting for 50 kg. No. On your first playthrough, you obviously didn't know about Mantis Claw, so you just pogo it through. Yeah, I guess you just kind of get resourceful and clever, right? The dash refresh and the ability to wall jump non-stop makes feel like cheating compared to games like New Super Mario Wars. Yeah, like it's something it's not that easy to execute, right? You need to kill that Baldur using your magic. Otherwise, the game doesn't let you, because every time you get close to the Baldur, he will like protect himself, and you cannot kill it. To kill it, you need the magic. That's why we have to collect the Vengeful Spirit first, and then come here. Not doing the skip felt weird. Yeah, but I couldn't, because in this patch, you don't get enough soul to do it. And then one of my favorite songs of the game, the song for Green Path. I'm gonna be grabbing secrets, so... Like I said, we are not going to get a major skip just yet. So we're gonna go the intended way for Green Path right now. We're not gonna skip to Hornet right away. Alright? It made me a big pixel fog. Just started this early into your first play, just over 12 hours into it, and you love everything about this game. This game is fantastic. Grateful. It's fantastic. Alright, so this is one of the first major skips that we do on the speed run. You can skip all Green Path, basically, if you do this skip. We're not gonna do it right now, because we're not speed running. And we're going the regular intended way that I don't remember. but we're doing that for sure. Collecting money, I guess. Oh yeah, you have to come this way? Okay. Alright, come this way. Oh man. Whoopa. And then you get Cornifer. Isn't this a contrast from the crossroads? Such a humid, lively place.
I wonder what the O sounds like. Oh 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 oh.
Oh, we're gonna forget everything. Taste, for sure. You really wish collecting all the relics was an achievement? I mean, we get some lore out of them, but yeah, I think you're right, Vidi. Me too. Such a humid, lively place. The roads twist and turn in the most wonderful ways. I've done my best to chart the area ahead, though I must admit some of the area's inhabitants proved quite a nuisance. So like I said before, Green Path was not an area of the king. It was not an area of the kingdom of Hallownest. It was originally was the area of Un, which is a different god. Right? Sounds like a printer. It's interesting how the major skips are part of speedrun and rather considering a bug, a glitch, and removing it. I mean, as a skip... Because there is a difference, right? I guess at least... Yeah, there is a difference between what a glitch is and a skip is. And this skip is not major. Like, this skip is major, but it's not a glitch by any means. You're not out of bounds. You're not exploiting anything in the game. You're basically just cleverly using some of the mechanics to, you know, jump a little bit further than expected, I guess. You could use the mosquito as well, yeah, that's true. I could have done that. And this is the hunter. Tiny squib, you approach fearless. Are you a hunter like me? Do you feel the urge inside to stalk, to kill, to understand? Then take it, my journal. It will aid you
At first, the text may seem difficult to discern, but a learned hunter will come to understand its words. Venture the depths of this land and slay its beasts. Prove yourself worthy to bear the mark of hunter.
So the hunter is one of those side characters that give you a journal. And this is cool because this is basically the bestiary of the game. And you can check the entry for each of the enemies. There are over 170 enemies in this patch that you can see and read about the lore and who they are or were and stuff like that. So that's pretty interesting, right? The Hunter's Journal. Defeat enemies to add new entries to the journal and decipher the Hunter's notes. Sequence break police have been notified of Stroomer's location. Yeah. I'm not sequence breaking. I'm not sequence breaking, I promise. His eyes seem like the creature in Pantheon 5? Yes, it does. Hunter side quest? I mean, we're gonna get as many as we can, but we don't need to get them for 112%, but yeah. It's just some games when I try to avoid big skips like the ones you can do in Hollow Knight. Yeah, I guess so, right? It's just that Hollow Knight, if you check the all glitches category, then you're gonna like see how really different they are, and like, okay, there is a difference between very established between glitches and skips, and you kind of understand why they decided for some and not others. As you can see, that's the intended way because Hornet is here to guide us still. No, what are you doing, Grateful? Thank you so much for the sub. Thank you. What are you doing? Stop it. Someone stop Grateful. Thank you so much. Enjoy the emotes. Hope you enjoyed the emotes. We made them with much care and love. Alright, chat. So... Hornet is still here. So we're following Hornet, right? No notification? Yeah, we had a notification, didn't we? We did. Be warned, I will ask noob questions. Please go ahead. There is no such thing. I'll be happy to help if I can. Okay, let's get more money. Because we might need the money for the run, for sure.
Great Fall. Stop. It's me, Policeman Brian. I'm here to tell you I'm the only one that may spend money on Dangel today, Dangel Smug.
No. So you're gonna find a lot of these toll machines in Hallownest and beyond. It's basically it's like a geosync. It's the way of the game to just put a little stop on you and tell you like explore more. There are more things that you can see. Basically that. First one, how do I discern which charms work well together? So that is interesting. Many of the charms in this game will have interactions to each other, but that is never explained by the game, and that's something that you have to either discover by yourself, or there is no shame in checking online because they were never made explicit. There are some interactions, for instance, also with skills that you learn. If you get, for example, the Shade Soul, which is the upgrade of your spell, and you equip one of the charms that will allow you to use some, let's say, familiars, combined, you basically will create a shotgun. and it's something the game doesn't tell you, right? Some of the interactions are hidden, but some others are quite obvious. So for instance, right now we have this charm, the Soul Catcher, which I'm going to equip, by the way. The Soul Catcher increases the amount of soul that you gain when strike an enemy with a nail, right? And there's another one that will give you soul when you get hit. So for instance, those two work great. So you will gain more soul when you strike, and you will gain soul when you get hit. So these kind of interactions are quite obvious. But some others are well hidden, so we're gonna see some of them once we start collecting more and more charms. And fuck me. Yes, taste. We'll see that. Oh, lore. Lore about the green path. But first... this blue stuff is called the lifeblood. It comes out of these roots, and it will give you extra masks, as you could see, extra HP, but that is temporary. Up until either you rest at a bench, or you lose it by getting hit. The greater mind once dreamed of leave and cast these caverns so. In every bush and every vine, the mind of Un reveals itself to us. A little bit of the story. Un is one of the still alive gods in Hallownest. Most of them are already dead or disappeared. Un is still alive. And Un was the ruler of Greenpath. What happened is that basically the Pale King offered the bugs the ability to think independently. He gave them the ability to think and reason. And once they started taking it, Hallownest started growing. And Un was kind of, you know, set aside. But Un's power and Un's vision of the world was to make it lush, like Greenpath is. So there were basically a truce between the king and Un as well. They wouldn't hurt each other and they would allow to live here. And that's why all the mossy, kind of greenish bugs live in this area. Oh yeah, I won't, Beanie, I won't. Don't worry. We will see Un later on the run. So that's also pretty cool. Chad, do we have to save Sode? Chad, what do you think? Shall we save Zode? Yes. Oh, look at that. Puro Zote. You suppose. Alright, let's save Zode then. Alright, so we have, yeah. Eat him and gain his awesome power. You can radiant him.
Just what do you think you're doing? You dare to come between me and my prey? Is it a habit of yours to scurry about, getting in the way and causing bother? Know this, cur. I am Zode the Mighty, a knight of great renown. Cross me again and you'll find out why they call my weapon Life Ender. By the way, nobody calls his weapon the Life Ender, only him. Like, he's the only one. His weapon is made of wood. It's not even a nail. What are you still bothering me for? I'm a knight. I'm not interested in your childish games. I need a rest. Be gone, lest I draw my nail. He doesn't have a nail.
Hey, Banana. First playthrough, yes. He's very ungrateful as fuck. He kinda is. Yeah, that's true. How's it going, Banana? Good to see you, man. Mal, hello, Mal. No, this is not Kirby, unfortunately. But yeah. Oh shit! I shouldn't be thinking about this yet. More lore, Chad. More lore. The green children walked from the dream unto these lands. Here we now shall wait, patient, for the call to return. So they're telling you that the original inhabitants of Greenpath, the followers of Un, they come from the dream, right? That's what they're telling you, basically. You're good? Ah, I'm doing fine. We're just doing a small, kind of like a slow run of Hollow Knight because some people wanted to see some of the stuff that they haven't. Because they have just seen me speedrunning the game. And you kind of miss a lot. So yeah. Let's get one of the relics that is hidden here. Remember, keep an eye always for breakable walls. You kind of see that is a breakable wall. It has some cracks on it. Like I said, sometimes you're gonna find good secrets, sometimes you're gonna find just a good shortcut. So always keep an eye for that. Another thing to keep an eye for is the signs, as I said before, because stag stations. Right? Is that a hint? Kind of. Alright, it's time for our first boss fight. It's always our first boss fight. So we found Hornet now. It's time to fight Hornet. So here we go.
Come no closer, ghost. I've seen you, creeping through the undergrowth, stalking me. This old kingdom, a terrible thing awakens. I can smell it in the air. I know what you are. I know what you try to do. I can't allow it.
You actually had an idea? So take a look at that guy who is holding that power up. He looks exactly like me or very similar to me. There's a reason for that. So keep that in mind as well. And now we got the Mothwind Cloak. Basically our dash. Ooh, something happens.
Would it seek to break the seals? They cannot be undone. They must be undone. Let us sleep, little shadow. Return to your darkness. Allow us our peace.
And they kind of bleh on you. I honestly kind of like the face of this guy, like the head of this guy, a little bit more than I like the one of the knights. He's kind of cool. I like that he's got like this kind of cat-like thingy, right? That guy was cool. Can be worse than the pieces who meet it. I have no idea. I haven't seen anything. Tilda's keeping everything super secret from me. Oh yeah, the game is gonna be... the game is so huge that... you just have to understand, I guess. At some point, it's like, the game is just gigantic. Next noob question. Go ahead. When buying from vendors, what's the best approach? Spend all the geo you use sparingly? So I would say, if you have uncovered an area that you haven't explored yet, but you already know that the area is there and you're eager to explore, then I would say go ahead and spend your money. If you haven't found where to go yet, then keep your money, because chances are you're gonna have to use some geo to open the next area, either by a toll or a stag station or something like that. So I don't know if that makes total sense, but I would say if you have a new place to explore, don't worry, spend your money. But if you don't, keep a little, keep at least 400, so you can buy, you know, you can pay for a toll or things like that. Oh shit. Being broke doesn't hurt you, that's true. The game is too big. Yeah. More money? Do we need more money? Yeah, why not? We like money. Until the loan sharks find you. Betting against me is an excellent source of geo. More lore, chat, more lore. From the people of Greenpath. From moss and leaf our life is drawn. While it grows upon the path we shall never wilt. Those are the teachings of Un. Which are not followed entirely by everybody, unfortunately, but it is what it is, I guess. Those are soul totems, nothing to explain there, I guess. And that's where Hornet was. And this is where I wanted to come because there is a charm here. Good advice? Yeah, you're welcome. Because sometimes it's like, oh, I want to explore this. Oh, but I have to pay 500 and I don't have a single penny. It's like, yeah. Oh, I'm an idiot. You did P already for the spam? Sneaky, I don't remember. And another charm, the Thorns of Agony. Now, the Thorns of Agony are a great idea if you're struggling with the game or you're getting hit too much. It's a very good charm. It's a defense charm. It's right here. Let me move myself out of the way. Thorns of Agony. When you take damage, some thorns, some shadowy thorns will come out of you and they will hurt the enemy. It's really, really good. I know that Das, our friend, is playing Hollow Knight for the first time, and she's been using the thorns, and those are working, man. Those are working. All right, now we have a dash, and now we have the thorns. What we can do right now is quit out because we benched at the station. Eat thorns. Yeah, that's what Das will say. Eat thorns. Doo-doo.
Greetings, little one. It's been an age since I last heard the ringing of a station bell. It echoed down the stagways and called me to you. I've grown stiff and tired over these many years and I've forgotten much. But the sound of the bell will always call me back. These stagways stretch the depths of Hallownest. If you want to travel them, hail me from the platform. I will take you where you need to go.
Let's go back to Dirtmouth. Up until that Pogo section where the login, when you got hit because thorn animation. Fuck. Yeah, that could happen as well, I guess. The stag stories are super good, and the stag will tell you a story every time you reach a new area. If you want to talk to the stag, just go down and talk to them.
This place. We are near the surface, I believe. There is a town here. You should take the opportunity to rest. This place was once full of travelers coming and going. It seems much quieter now.
As you can see. You're glad none of these NPCs have silly accents like Chrono Cross? He sounded like a Doof Saturday? Nah, you didn't, Mile. You didn't. For real, you didn't. Oh, look at this. Look at who's here. A knight of great renown.
You there. Why are you skulking about in the shadows? Yes, your eyes do not deceive you. I am Zod the Mighty, a knight of great renown. Tremble before me. While you were hiding here in your dingy little village, I ventured into the dark pit below us and slew a great beast. It had sharp mandibles and atrocious manners. Yes, all glory to me. But I don't have time for your adulation. I must rest and prepare for my next journey down.
So he's basically saying that he killed the vengeful king, which we did. We did. Not him. He's an asshole.
The daft old fellow over there, he keeps talking absolute drivel. Seems to think the very air is deadly down in the caverns. Perhaps he should consider not breathing.
Shit. Tangill Village.
He keeps talking about dreams too. Dreams are for those who too feeble to truly live.
Ah, shut up. He's so mean. We're not gonna read all the Zod's rules. Oh, this is the true waifu of the game, by the way. The true waifu. Bapanada waifu. This is Cornifer's wife, by the way.
Bapanada.
Iselda. Come to buy a map, have you? It's really my husband you should be dealing with, but what a surprise. He's headed down below. He'll pop back occasionally to deliver new maps for the store, but I do wish he'd spend a little more time up here. I've not much interest in retail myself. Now let's see what's here for me to sell. One beautiful detail of the game is every time you talk to a shopkeeper, whatever it is, either for charms or whatever, if you take a look at the upper part of the menu, it's always going to have the face of the shopkeeper.
Bapanada p p p p p p p p p p p p p p p Bapanada.
Thank you, Sneaky. But it's Squirrel single. That's the real question. It's in my head. It is. So you're always gonna see the little face of the shopkeeper, and it's animated too. So that's a super cute detail. I really like that detail. We're gonna buy for now the quill, so we can update our map. It's an important item. And yeah, that's it. We're not gonna buy anything else. We don't need anything else right now. So now that we have our dash, we are going to start collecting some items that we left behind. You have to read text 2 or 3 times. Oh, and Chrono Cross? Because of the accent? Yeah. It's called dyslexia. And this, as you can see, there are 3 marks at the door. This is the Temple of the Black Egg. And this is the first time we're going to see our very best friend. But that's later. But this is the Temple of the Black Egg. And it has 3 seals. Who knows what that is? Also on the entrance of the room, yeah. Let's rescue our 3rd grub? 2nd grub? Ow. You asshole. Let's get the money. Why not? I'm gonna try to give a second chance to Breath of the Wild. Alright, Hilda. Alright. And my favorite character of the game, probably, after Quirrell, Mila. She's a miner. And she's very cute. She's mining. And she's singing songs. She's so cute. Oh, bury the knight with her broken nail. Bury the priest? Something about a crown? I can't remember the rest of that one. Maybe I'll just hum it. She doesn't remember. And you see that she's mining. And you see the color? That is something important too. Oh, hello again. Are you still running about? Why not join me down here? There's plenty of wealth in these rocks for anyone willing to put a bit of work in. Those crystals out there are worth a fair bit, but I have a feeling that there's something even more valuable hidden just a bit deeper in. I can almost smell it. You're welcome to join me. There's enough for both of us. Or if you don't feel like digging, you can just sit and sing with me. Alright, Sneaky, thank you so much. Oh, bury the knight with her broken nail. Bury the lady lovely and pale. Bury the priest in his tattered gown. Then bury the beggar with his shining crown. Are you surprised? I remember the 2nd verse. Lots of time to think while I work down here. Maybe I can even come up with some songs of my own. She's so cute. You did everything in Breath of the Wild on stream except collect 900 Koroks? Yeah, that's yeah. Can we offer her a pamphlet about seizing the means of production? Yes. This is hard work, Spud, but I don't mind. Down here I can keep working without even sleeping. It's fun. Don't quote me on that. And every once in a while you come to visit me. I'm glad. I'm glad you like the sound of my voice. Fuck. This is so fucking sad, dude. She's losing it. Chat, she's losing it. Collected 450 in 2 separate games. That counts as 900 once. Yes, exactly. It counts. Hey, Forward, hello, hello. How are you? I wish Mila will come to the village. Ah, I wish that too, but she's so happy being, like, drugged by the caves. That she's like, I don't even need to sleep. I can keep working forever. It's like, ew, dude. It's Omega yikes. Alright, so now that we can dash, we are going to be doing more things. So let's go get another power-up. Oh, thank you so much, F1. Thank you so much. Hope your week is going to be great. That's the idea. Having a great week. Bum 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 bum. Another character that we're gonna meet right now, the Leg Eater. He is blind, so if you talk to him from this side, he will still notice because he's blind, but his sense of smell is really strong.
Don't try to sneak past me. I can smell you. Do you collect a lot of Geo? Give me Geo, and you can see something. Nice.
Hell yeah, it is. Finally taking your honeymoon months later. Yes. Hell yeah. For Yellowstone and Glacier? Dude, I wish I could ask you for pictures and post them on the Discord. I'll be so happy. I always like to see new places and stuff like that. So if you pay the Leg Eater,
Let me show you then. Take a look. Do you want them? If you really, really want them, I'll trade them for more Geo. More Geo.
so he will open a shop. And remember the face thingy? His face is right there. It's pretty cool. And he sells you, basically he sells 3 different charms. But these charms are known as the fragile charms. There's the fragile heart, the fragile greed, and the fragile strength. Now, the fragile strength will make your nails stronger. The fragile greed will make you make more Geo. And the fragile heart will give you extra health. However, as long as they are on the fragile state, if you die while they are equipped, they will break. And you will have to come back here to have the Leg Eater fix them, which is give you another one, basically. So yeah, you gotta be careful. If you feel like you're gonna die, do not equip these ones, because you're gonna lose them and you're gonna have to buy them again. Right? Yeah, it sounds so cool, Forward. And we get a charm notch for this one, so it means that we now have more space to equip more charms. That's always good. And we're gonna get more monies. Ah. The map of this area, we can go get it as well. As you can see, the hints. We cannot hear Cornifer just yet, but you can see here that there are pieces of paper on the floor. That means that Cornifer is nearby, as I said before. For doing that, let's open this stack station. There is a stack station here, by the way. So let's open it right now so we can come back later to this one. Oh, and we can talk to our husbando. We can also talk to the last stag, just to have some conversation.
You're open several stack stations now, haven't you? I'm thankful for the opportunity to once more travel through the kingdom. As I visit more places, I feel my memories returning to me, like the stagways of my mind are running once more. Continue to open the stations and you'll have my deepest gratitude.
Aw, he's so cool. He's so cool. I love the dude. Oh, fuck me. I missed the husbando conversation. I have missed it a lot already. I missed it 3 times already. Let's buy the map from Cornifer, who is hiding here. If you follow the paper. My short friend. You've got me at the perfect time. I'm just about finished charting these noxious caverns. Very territorial types make their homes within this area. I suggest avoiding them where possible. Further below, some strange, thin creatures gave me quite a scare. They seemed an intelligent bunch. In my youth, I have braved their caves, but I fear my matured physique wouldn't be able to outrun them were they to turn violent. Yeah, Cornifer is pretty cool. I still think that Cornifer is a horrible husband, but he is a pretty cool character. He's a crappy husband, though. Like, imagine you're married to... these ones are Owen Wilson. You're married to Iselda. And then you prefer to just be outside mapping the world. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Have you seen Iselda? How much is Hollow Knight paying you for these wonderful impressions? They're not. I don't know how much they paid Owen Wilson for this one, though, but yeah. Okay, back to our original route. You're not the only one who can hear Owen Wilson. I don't think so, no. Oh, right. We're gonna wait because we're gonna meet a character here. Yay! One of my favorite characters of the game. Her name is Cloth. And she's also one of our emotes, by the way. Dangle Comfy is actually Cloth. I stuck to Cloth. He is great. I love her. This is the first time you encounter Cloth. As you could hear, she was like hidden underground because she was afraid. Aha! The tiny steps of a tiny creature. You've got the look of an adventurer, so we've much in common. Searching for dangerous places, eh? Well, you're on the right track. A long-necked creature warned me of a tribe deeper down. Warrior swords, so she says, and I'm itching for some serious combat. Hey, Paul, hello. You did it. You beat Saint Ishin in the Sekiro mod. Nice. Nice. Well done, Paul. Keep sharp, my adventurous friends. Keep sharp, my adventurous friend. Stay alive and let's meet again on the road ahead. She's so cool. Remember what I told you at the beginning, chat? Checking the signs? These? Sign? Means that there are ghosts ahead. It doesn't mean that. It does look like a ghost, though. I'm gonna open the shortcut. Oh, fuck me. There you go. Oh no, Hornet! She's running away from us! Fucking A. We will meet again, Hornet. But not yet, because we're gonna collect something first. We're gonna make our life a little bit easier. Should I open the thing? Perhaps. Yeah, let's do it. Getting yourself a lady who doesn't play mind games, yeah. You just killed my run because I was laughing at the look at this means there are ghosts ahead? No, it does. I mean, that's the first thing I thought when I saw it. I was like, that's gotta be ghosts, right? Hey, got a little grubby friend. Right? More money as well, because why not? And opening a shortcut. Or stabbing games, either while we're at it. Yeah, one of those, right? I guess. I guess. Oh no, I don't know how to do... Well, I mean, I know, but I don't know how to do... Well, not like that either. Epogo on current patch. But also, like, we're not gonna do any major skip. We said we were not gonna do any major skip, so yeah. So we're going deeper and deeper into the fungal wastes. And the fungal waste is not only home of the fungal people. It's also home to the mantis people. Wanderers seeking death, welcome. May you find swift end upon our claws. The mantis people are a very proud tribe. And they believe in combat first. And they believe in the... basically in the law of the strongest. They have their own village. They were never associated with Hallownest. And they never accepted the king, really. However, they did come to terms with the king in the sense of they will protect the entrance to Hallownest. They will guard this particular part of the map because it was the crossroad between the fungal wastes and the entrance to the City of Tears, which is the capital of Hallownest, and Deepnest. Deepnest was the kingdom of the Beast Lord, basically. But yeah, more on that in the future. For now, let's go grab our next power-up. And as you can see, if you take a look at the background here, you see a lot of those claws. They actually have shelves and shelves upon shelves of those. So you're just really taking one for yourself. It's not a big deal, right? You're taking the Mantis Claw. Mantis Claw is basically the mechanic of the game that allows us to wall jump. So now we are sliding on walls and we can jump on them as well. Still stealing? It's not a big deal. I mean, it's just one and they have like 1,000. I guess we could complete the Mantis village, right? Jeez Christ, stop it. This is very crowded. Damn. Guild thief. Oh, fuck me. I'm dumb. And with this, we open the entrance to the real Mantis village. This is just the entrance to the village, so we're opening now. The whole map thingy. Down here. Which particular Mantis had to donate the claw, though? No, it's just extra supplies. You don't get it, guys. You don't get it. You think I'm stealing, but I'm not. We're opening all the shortcuts here, I guess. Because why not? There's also some monies, but I don't think we need the money that much. There's nothing of importance here, really. So if you're having trouble with this fight, my advice, because this is a boss fight now, my advice is come here and break this wall. And you're gonna find some lifeblood. So you're gonna have some extra health for this fight. Many people don't know about this, so it's a good idea for you just to check it. You can easily climb here from this door. And just break the wall and grab it. Hey, Sneaky. And these are the lords. The Mantis lords. Now, as a part of history, as part of lore, there used to be 4 lords, not 3. But the 4th lord, he actually said, you know what? I think that this whole business of the infection is actually good. And I think it can make us stronger. So he accepted the whole deal. And he was banished from the village. So he was like, okay, now that I'm banished, I am going to move with my people of the Mantis village that also believe in the same things. And they moved into another area of the game called the Queen's Gardens. And he is the father of a very particular Mantis. He's the father of a Mantis who you find later in the game as a spirit. And that Mantis had a relationship with one of the 5 knights of the king. And that is the Mantis that you deliver the flower to for the flower quest. And the father of that Mantis and the previous Mantis Lord, who was exiled, who created his own new tribe outside, is what we know as the Traitor Lord. So there used to be 4, and the 4th was the Traitor Lord, which is another boss that we will fight eventually. But yeah, it's time for one of the bangers of the game. Amazing song. Mantis Lords. This fight is beautiful. Oh, fuck me. Rules. If you're having trouble with this fight because you don't deal enough damage or it takes too long or something, then the game, even the game recommends you to go and upgrade your nail. That's something that you can do eventually. Like, if we follow the natural course of the game, we will be right now in City of Tears, and there we will find a nailsmith, where we can actually upgrade our nail quite a bit. But I think we will be okay today. I don't think we're gonna be needing any of that. Taking it easy. Also because this song is too good, right? How am I remember the bosses that are not on the speedrun? I don't know. And that's it. They will salute you because you defeated them, because you were the one who offered the challenge. Remember, the Mantis are the lords of this area, and this tribe is very proud, and they consider strength to be the most important thing. So they are here waiting. If you want to challenge them, they will take your challenge, but they will not hunt you necessarily, right? You're the one invading. And after that, they will bow to you, they will open this door, and this is the door that they were protecting, and this is the pact that they had with the king. They will keep this door shut, and they will prevent any invader. As you can see, all of them are dead by the lances of the Mantis, and all of those are bugs from Deepnest. The terrible, terrible Deepnest. People don't like this area. This area might be a little bit scary. As we're gonna see right now, our friend Corny is right here. Is it mentioned in the game? It is hinted in the game, yes, Hexcore. This place gives me the creeps. Vicious little creatures burst out all over the place, and the passages are dark, twisting maze. Unless you're well prepared, I urge you to leave. Though if you are feeling strong enough to descend, would you like to buy my map? Making cash out of this situation is pretty shit, Corny. I gotta say, I'm not proud. But we're not going into Deepnest just yet. I just wanted to show you the entrance and how the Mantis Lords kept every bug away from the city, as it was the deal. Now to backtrack and murder the defenseless civilians. As you can see, every time you enter the Mantis village, the Mantis will bow to you. And the enemies that previously attacked you and were hostile are not anymore. They recognize your strength and then either don't attack or bow to you. He's a businessman doing business, I guess, Ainsley, but like, I don't know. Look at that. They all respect you now. Something that many people also misses on their first playthrough is this area. After you defeat the Mantis Lords, you're gonna get a reward, because people are like, okay, I beat the Mantis Lords and I got nothing out of it because you didn't check enough. Here is the entrance to your reward. Normally, if you come here the first time, this Mantis up there is gonna close the door on you and you cannot enter. But there is a bench here. And there is treasure. A Hallownest seal first. A lot of cash. Enemies are attacking free geo. And a bench. We're not gonna bench, but you get the point. And more treasure. A very nice charm. The Mark of Pride. Mark of Pride is a very cool charm. Freely given by the Mantis tribe to those they respect. Greatly increases the range of the better snail, allowing them to strike foes from further away. So there are basically two charms that will make your nail hitbox longer. One is the long nail, and the other one is the Mark of Pride. One would make it 15% longer. The other one, I believe, is 20%.
Hydrate.
I think it does. Thank you. All right, so now we can go. We got our reward. And it's time to, as Spud very, very well put said, we're going to attack some some villagers, I guess. Oh, we're not going this way. We're going the other way. It's faster. Oh no, we can do it this way because we can get our girlfriend. What happens if you equip them both? They stuck. So you get like a 35% longer nail. So you if you want, you can. They stack.
Alright, let's continue with the quest. Wait,
why do they say way? Where is it getting those sounds? Brian is so dumb. Oh, wait. We're gonna get... Look at that. Look at our girlfriend. Bretta. We're gonna save her. Bretta, we'll save you. And this amazing charm that I don't normally use, but it's pretty cool, the Dash Master. Now the Dash Master is, he bears the likeness of an eccentric bug known only as the Dash Master. The better will be able to dash more often as well as dash downwards. Perfect for those who want to move around as quickly as possible. And Owen Wilson again. Well, we're not going to pay attention to Owen Wilson. We're just going to move on with our lives and continue. And rescue our girl.
Oh, please, don't leave me behind. You forgot about me? I knew you would. Everyone always forgets about me. Oh, who are you? Your face, you're so... I'm sorry I got lost. I don't know how I ended up here. You came here to rescue me. Bretta? The girl that everyone just ignores? Sorry, when I look at your face, I just can't believe you came all the way down here to rescue me. I didn't think anybody... Sorry, I mean, thank you. I mean, I'd better go. Back to town, I mean. I'd better get home.
How do you get to Bretta without Monarch Wings and Sea Dash? I don't know. By dashing? I don't know about like doing this. I don't know.
Thank you.
You're very welcome, Bretta. We're going up again? No, wait, we're going this way, yeah. Going back to the village. And we're going this way. Going back up.
Bretta is an tier character.
I think Bretta is one of those characters that are like, you're like, what the fuck, Bretta? Like, what the fuck? Bretta is on the same category as Azode. Absolutely. 1000%. Alright, now we're going to the City of Tears. Remember Hornet? She was here? Time for us to follow her. Follow the waifu. Well, fuck me, I guess. Know the detail of Bretta when you're in Dirtmouth and you sit on the bench next to her and her cheeks go pink? Yeah. And her voice also like shakes a little bit. It's so good. Hey, okay, see you, Hexcore. Thank you so much for the lyric and thank you for being around. So when you kill the False Knight, you got this item. This item. The City Crest. Stone slab bearing the crest of the Hallownest capital city. Has an insert on the back that would fit into a slot. And we're going to use it right here in the statue of the False Knight. Now the False Knight, we'll talk about later why it's called the False Knight, but the original name of that guy is Hegemol. And Hegemol was one of the 5 knights of the king. What you fight as the False Knight is not him, it's his armor, basically controlled by other creature. A large knight statue. There is a socket on his chest. Insert the city crest. Yeah. I'm gonna open the main entrance to the City of Tears. And let's go.
Statue, Yamata Kudasai.
Yamata Kudasai, why? Thank you, Sneaky. Alright, we have some lore now. This is the City of Tears, one of the best songs in the entire OST, the Hollow Knight game. The great gates have been sealed. None shall enter, none shall leave. I'm going to explain this a little bit further, but there is a reason why that sign says that. And finally we find our husbando, the best character in the game by far, Mr. Quirrell. The capital lies before us, my friend. What a somber place it seems, and one that holds the answers to many a mystery. I too have felt the pull of this place, though now I sit before it I find myself hesitant to descend. Is it fear, I wonder, or something else that holds me back? The city looks to be built into an enormous cavern, and the rain pours down from cracks in the stone above. There must be a lot of water up there somewhere, I suppose. If the cave roof stayed strong this long, it should hold for us. Before I leave this kingdom, I'd like to see where all that water comes from. What a sight it must be. And he will, by the way. If you look down from here through the rain, you can just make out of those twisted sentries, their husks still stuck in endless patrol. I'll be cautious around them, my short friend. Their training will not have been forgotten. The city presents some formidable foes. Quirrell is my husbando. Yamete Kudasai. Oh, there's only one enemy here in this patch? That's interesting. Also, what is this? This is such a weird artifact. That doesn't look the same in 1221, but for sure. But again, 1221 is janky. Alright, it's time to go to meet one of the other cool characters of this game. Going right away to meet that guy. As you can see, all the detail around his house. And you can see his house. Alright, later, Sneaky. Look at his house. So cool, it's so beautiful.
Ranjo Stenja.
I like that he's just like... Ding, ding.
Have you brought me another nail to be honed? Leave it on the ground and return later, if you're still breathing.
Ranjo Stenja.
No, I thought you were someone else. After a nailsmith, are you? Well, you found one. I'm not much for talk, but if it's a nail that needs repair, then you've come to the right bug. Your own nail is in quite a sorry state. It's obviously not one of mine. Still, anything can be refined with enough effort and skill, even that broken blade. If you'd like, I can reforge your nail. It'll make the blade far more deadly.
And this is the nailsmith. Here you can pay to upgrade your nail. The first one, you just need money. For the second onwards, you're gonna need money plus a material called the pale ore. That will get around the world or doing some quests.
As you wish. I'll get to work then.
Garadel Akari.
The Quirrell is their second husband? What does that mean?
There we go. The forging is complete. I've honed your nail's edge. You'll find it much stronger than it used to be. Head out there and test its strength against your foes.
Oh, Green Bean the first.
Huh, you're still here. Is there something else you want? If you bring me a piece of pale ore, I can forge it into your nail and make it stronger still.
Alright. Ranjo Stenja. Now our nail has been upgraded for the first time. Alright. We're gonna see... What the game expects you to see is you follow the path. And at some point you're gonna get stuck. You can see this sign. This sign means relic. And it's because the vendor is actually right there. However, he is locked behind a door. So that's kind of shit. The main square of the City of Tears. Oh yeah, Mantis Lures is so fun. So fun. I agree, Vinny. Welcome back. God, Nicholas.
Again we meet, little ghost. I'm normally quite perceptive. You I underestimated, though I've since guessed the truth. You've seen beyond this kingdom's bounds. Yours is resilience born of two voids.
Chad, remember this. She's telling us that we are resilience born of two voids.
It's no surprise, then, you managed to reach the heart of this world. In so doing, you shall know the sacrifice that keeps it standing. Sorry. If knowing that truth, you'd still attempt a role in Hallownest's perpetuation, seek the grave in ash, and the mark it would grant to one like you.
I've seen many people thinking, particularly on their first playthrough, that you are the Hollow Knight. That the Hollow Knight is the name of the game, but also the character. And that is not true. The Hollow Knight is a different character in this game. And this is the statue, the memorial statue in the center of the capital of Hallownest to the Hollow Knight. Memorial to the Hollow Knight. In the black vault far above, through its sacrifice, Hallownest lasts eternal. You think you're in love with Hornets? Is that weird? No, it's not. It's absolutely okay. It's absolutely normal. We accept it. But progression in this area is locked. We can't continue here. There's nothing we can do. And I also see many people get lost here in City of Tears. So, to give you an explanation of what happens, more or less. The main creator of the city of of the kingdom of Hallownest is one bug known as the Pale King, right? A scam. And the Pale King came to this land and he had the power. He's known as the Beacon. He had the power of giving bugs the ability to think, to reason, to be separated entities. And he started presenting that to bugs in Hallownest. I mean, all over the kingdom. And they started accepting his gift, as they call it, right? And that brought civilization, and they built cities, and they did the whole thing. However, there were some gods before, and one of the oldest gods is called the Radiance. Little is known about the Radiance except that it was probably worshipped by the Moth tribe long ago, but the Moths have disappeared. Most of them are dead except for a couple that we will find in the game. They used to worship the Radiance, which is also a big moth and represents light. But after they forgotten her because they changed it for the Pale King, the Radiance started to become a thing of the past until the memory of the Radiance remained alive. And basically she came back for vengeance. The Radiance is the god of the dreams. So the bugs of Hallownest start being afraid of dreaming. because dreaming will make them closer to the radiance and the infection that it represents. In order to seal that radiance and that infection, and avoid that infection to come and touch the kingdom, many decisions are made, including closing the city, and that's why the city was closed. In and out, even if they ran out of supplies. And the second was to have a vessel, an empty creature with no thoughts, with no dreams, with no ambition, to seal inside of that body the infection that was consuming the land. And that is the Hollow Knight. The Hollow Knight was just a creature, just a vessel that the king used to put the infection inside. What happens at the beginning of the game is that the Hollow Knight containing the infection cannot contain it anymore, and the infection has cracked now his mask, and it's oozing out, and it's starting to contaminate the land again. What you love is the fact that light is the bad guy and dark is the hero. Basically, yes, kind of yes and no. I would say that both are villains, or both are heroes, right? Hey, Giznal, hello, hello. Hey, Sapshi, hello. How's it going? It's fun. It's fun. We're having a slow run with a little bit of lore to explain things. Who made the vessel? Was Monomon? So the vessels, we're gonna talk about it a little bit later, but the vessels are not really creations. The vessels are technically the king's children. So technically you are royalty. But we will talk about that a little bit later. And this is our friend Lem. He lives in the capital and he buys relics from you, gives you money, and gives you a little bit of lore. We do have an emote of Lem that I love.
Corner.
Thomas, hello. Thank you. Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. And yeah. Technically, yeah. Helmadelka.
Son? Gian.
Aye. Come searching for rare items, have you?
Well, hands off. This collection is mine, and I won't be selling to grubby little wanderers. Still, I imagine you come across many interesting items in your travels. Maybe you'd care to part with some? I'll offer a fair trade for each.
Velmi Ardred.
He will buy the relics that you find in the world for you. There are 4 types of relics. The cheapest one, or the most common one, is the Wanderer's Journal. The second one will be the Hallowness Seal, and he will give you will give you some lore after selling those. The Wanderer's Journal. These journals give us an interesting glimpse into the minds and hearts of those who lived before us. They're a common find, so I can't offer you too much for them. Abandoned to die, yeah, kinda. And the Hallowness Seal. These ornate seals were the official symbols of the king and his knights, and were treasured by those who carried them. The king and his knights are long gone, but the seals still hold value as curiosities. I'll pay a modest price for them. I don't think... Aw, grateful, thank you so much for the gift sub to Thomas. Thank you. I'm gonna sell some. We need some money, so why not? A Wanderer's Journal, eh? Though there are common finds about the kingdom, I much enjoy the deciphering of their text. Read together, they paint a morbid tale. It seems fate was unkind to most who travel within Hallowness ruin.
Velmi Ardred.
Another Wanderer's Journal? I might not offer a lot for each, but they're plentiful about the caverns, and I doubt you'll find another willing to make trade for Geo.
Velmi Ardred.
Alright, fair enough. Our pet streamer. By the way, we have I think it's Helmadelka. It's an emote that I made for Lem, because I really like Lem. Kind of want to collect some money, I guess. Yes, thank you, Cesar. Thank you so much. I love that emote, man. So good. Okay, so that still happens in this patch. Gotcha. I'm not very familiar with this patch, as you can probably tell. This is current patch 1.5. But it's okay, it should be fine. Let's open the shortcut here, because why not? And let's get the egg, I guess. Fuck me. we're like people speed. Yeah. A very small, a very, very slow run, Yahtzee. We got a rancid egg. Now, rancid eggs have a purpose. They're particularly important on Steel Soul mode. On regular game mode, they're not that important. If you ever die, you can give the rancid egg to a specific NPC, and that NPC will bring your shade, wherever that is in the world, back to where you are, and you will be able to kill it and recover your geo. Pay attention to the color palette. In this portion of the city is all kind of blue. After you will see more purple, dark red, like the rich bugs. That is absolutely true. Pay attention to the signs, always. This is telling us that there is a bench nearby, right? There's a bug here. Grub, sorry. That we're, of course, saving. And, I guess we're coming this way, yeah. Ow. That was pretty shit of you. A grub is a bug. A grub is a grub. I refuse. Some benches in this game are also pay to win. As you can see, we're gonna just get the bench there. And our friend Corny. Isn't this a change from those twisted natural caverns? The rain does cast something of a sadness upon it all, but the architecture is simply splendid. Charting such a different space is quite the challenge, though one I've eagerly undertaken. Perhaps you'd care to purchase a copy of my achievement so far. Perhaps. Why not? And we have ourselves a map. We're gonna rest, because why not? And yeah, let's go this way. We're gonna find Zode again, our friend Zode.
Oi, watch where you're going, you soggy vagabond. I don't want you splashing me. I've had a miserable time trying to keep dry. I am Zode the Mighty, a knight of great renown. If I decide that I'm going to stay dry, then that's what's going to happen. Curse this wretched city. Water and monsters constantly fall from above. It's no wonder this blasted kingdom fell to ruin. Have you seen them? The guards who still patrol the city, even after dying. Being overly devoted to one's duties is no virtue. Zode is an asshole, as usual. The voice I gave him. I'm sorry. I apologize in advance for all my voices. I'm just trying to make the narration different, that's all. I apologize. Yeah. Ah. I didn't mean to do that. I promise I didn't mean to do that. Those guys are very persistent, though. Don't apologize, your voices are amazing, really. I really wish that in some point you was able to see how many hidden locations, those that make a sound when you get inside. Oh, yeah, I mean, I guess that's a fair criticism, but I also understand why Team Cherry didn't do it. Like, they worked so hard in this game that I guess one of their goals was also for people to get lost in the game, right?
Like, go explore. There's so much you haven't seen that you could if you are willing to invest a little bit of time into it, right? Keep the voices that make the game more entertaining to watch. All right. Another Toll Machine, another pay to win. And we're going to talk now to our friend the Stag, because he always has something to say. And he's pretty cool.
I remember this station well. Common trip it was. Goods from all over the kingdom were transported here. Not a lot was sent back the other way, though.
Not a lot. I guess we could do that. We could wake up Sly and do the thing. Maybe? Mayhaps? Oh, you know what? We're gonna do it this way. I think it's better. So lonely. It's super lonely. And another pay to win shit, but this time is an elevator, so yeah. Fortunately for you guys, if you play on PC on the latest version, elevators are okay. If you play in older patches of the game, elevators are super broken. So yeah, not really recommended to play on the elevators. Just use them and stay still, because they're very broken. They can fuck up your game very badly. But on current patch, they're okay. Ow! Oh, come on! That was so unfair, you asshole! That was so shitty. What did the elevators do? So, in previous patches of the game, elevators were very broken. They will limit your frame when you're trying to move if they are moving at the same time. You will kind of wiggle. You could get soft lock in the elevator. You could get floating glitches on the elevator. They were really, really broken. But if you're playing this on PC, you shouldn't have any problems with glitches in the game. If you're playing on consoles, though, consoles don't have 1.5, they have 1.4, so you might run into some glitches too. So if you are on an elevator, don't move too much. Don't try to jump on walls and move around too much, because you might encounter some glitches. Yeah. Hollow Knight was very elevators in Hollow Knight were very broken. Stag emote agreement, mostly. Ooh, that'll be cool. I like it. All right, we're back in the Crossroads, and we're here for a reason. There's something in the Crossroads we haven't done yet. Well, we want to do. Just stop doing that. Hitting people is not correct. That's not the way. And the waifu. The real waifu.
Oh, you surprised me. Hello, hello. Come in, sweetling. Come in and make yourself at home. I'm Salubra, and this is my cozy little charm store. Did the town folk out there tell you to come and visit me? Yes. This is a lovely little village, isn't it? Warm and intimate and full of life. What were we talking about? Oh yes, charms. I can see you've started your own collection. Very nice. I'll show you some of my own, and you can take one home with you if you like.
Salubra is the charm vendor of the game, and you can see her face up there, like I told you before at the beginning of the stream. Every shopkeeper will have their face on the menu, animated as well. Salubra also sells charm notches, but she will only sell you the notches if you have enough charms collected already. So you kind of have to unlock by numbers. Right now we're gonna get the most OP charm in the game in my opinion, but I might be biased because I'm a speedrunner, which is Shaman Stone. Shaman Stone makes your spells stronger. Are you a spellcaster, you little scoundrel? Oh, I'm only teasing. If you ever learn any spells, you should buy this charm for yourself. I've heard it will make a spell much stronger. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, we're getting the Shaman Stone, baby. Sure, we're gonna Charm Notch, why not? The most OP charm is the compass. That is true. I forgot. And we're rescuing our friend Jiminy Cricket. Now, Jiminy Cricket, this is a crossover. I don't know if you know, but Hollow Knight is a crossover between Walt Disney and Team Cherry. And Walt Disney, only character that they allow to appear in the game is Jiminy Cricket, so that's why we have it.
Oh, Waddle, you oaf. You wheel your nail like a club. Esme, how much deeper do we have to go? Oh, what? Who are you? I see, this old village. What a strange dream to have led me down here. If you hadn't found me, I don't think I would never woken. I'm Sly. Usually, I live in an eventful life up in Dirtmouth. The air in these ruins doesn't agree with me, so I'd best be getting back. If you return above, come and see me. I'm probably the friendliest face left there, and I can thank you properly for your good deed.
So you talk to Sly here, because he's kind of infected. Like, you could see the infection was, like, coming out of him. But you kind of woke him up, and he's like, okay, shit, I need to go. And he goes back to Dirtmouth, where he opens a shop. I think I have the Shaman Stone, but I haven't equipped it yet. Probably should give it a go. If you use spells, then you definitely should. Helps a lot in boss fights, yeah. You turtle a lot. Armor and defensive stuff, so you need to give offense. Oh, yeah. That sounds like a good idea, Dash. Alright, Hilda, enjoy your food. So we're here only because we have to rescue this grub. There you go. We're not gonna skip anything else, I think. I don't feel like we should skip, like, do any major sequence breaking. So we're going back. That's why when you start dying a lot, you take suggestions. Yeah, I guess that makes sense as well. Because you kind of get used to the... Obviously, we all have our own, you know, way of playing the game. And that's okay. But if you start feeling like your way of playing it is not being it's not effective anymore, then you're like, okay, some suggestions would be nice, please, thank you. Gonna open this up because now we can. What else could we get right now? Let me think. I think we could get something down here, so let's go get it now. You have nail range extended, or are you just godly at bow? Oh yeah, no, I don't. I normally don't like to use those extensions, that's because I might get used to them, and then it will be hell to go back to feeling like, you know, getting the muscle memory for my regular... I prefer not to get used to those things, yeah, basically. Fuck me. Oh, I'm gonna die if I continue this way. And we get a mask. Where's Vinny? The first playthrough you died 27 times in a row to Sentinel Hornet. Oh, to her. Yeah, no, I understand. She is not easy. Absolutely not easy. And then you discover the nail upgrades? Oh, right, that makes sense. Alright, now that we have this... Yeah, actually that was pretty good. Now we can go back to the City of Tears, I guess. and we continue exploring over there, there's something we can do. We're gonna call our friend. We're gonna talk to him here. We haven't.
It was a long time ago, but I remembered when these highways and crossroads pulsed with life. These are the paths I first carried passengers through when I was young. Those travelers are long gone, yet I still remain. Now it seems it's just you and I and the furtive creatures scratching and squirming all around us.
Aw. So sad. We don't have enough money, right? So yeah, we should definitely then go do, what's his name? The Soul Sanctum, I guess. Because why not? Let's go do it. Hey KK, hello! Sounds like he would talk, also sounds like Tuzek's main character talking. Jensen, yeah, was he talking like that? It was like a little bit like Metal Gear. Like Snake.
This is Snake. Colonel, can you hear me?
Bam 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 bam. Bada bam bam bam. This guy, for some reason, has his own song, and I never understood why. I always thought it was funny though. So why this guy has his own song? He talks like that as well. Yeah, it's funny.
With a smoky voice, yeah.
By the way, like David Hayter, the voice of Snake, was recently invited to a Did You Know gaming episode. I thought that was pretty cool.
He's like, did you know?
Alright, let's do it. And we're gonna get some lore. The same energy as Parturnax. Record Abba. The mind still limits us so. How to break past its constraints? To attain a pure focus? Is it even possible? So we have no clue what they're talking about just yet. But we will get a clearer idea soon, I feel like. Alright. So our friend is gone and no more. And we're gonna open this shortcut here just in case. And we can go back up. That should be fine. These guys are just assholes, but what can you do, right? Like, it's just who they are. Easy. Need some soul from that. Alrighty. Let us continue then. So this is the Soul Sanctum. Now this is located in City of Tears, but this is technically not the area of City of Tears. This is a sub-area in City of Tears. And this area is very interesting lore-wise. Because this area was basically ruled by a particular individual called the Soul Master. The Soul Master was at the service of the king, though. Right? So he worked for the king. However, he also had his own interests. He was technically a bug of science, But he kind of gets corrupted by the idea of controlling soul in order to achieve immortality as well. And then once the king basically just bans that research, he goes bananas and he continues with this research. Just like, I'm not gonna stop, man. And these things that you see right there, those are called mistakes. And those are unfortunately bugs who had a real, regular, normal life before. But they were tested on, and you know, their bodies were also changed because of the weird experiments with soul that the Soul Master was doing. And they end up being that creepy, weird creature, I guess. This guy is ex-Crystal Flybug, both of 60, which is worse. Crystal Flybug is always worse. I don't know. And this is the Soul Master. Speaking of the devil. Hey Gao, hello. Yes, this is a slow run. Welcome in, Gao. Good to see you. We're talking about lore. We're discussing places, people. It's been super fun so far. I mean, at least I have enjoyed it so much. Aw. And that is our friend, the Soul Master, the one who was conducting experiments on the citizens of the City of Tears. Now, you're gonna find that the City of Tears has many secrets, and some of them are very dark and very bad. This is one of those, the experimentation on the population. And there's another one that is a little bit heavy. I'll show you that one once we reach the point, but yeah. You wish Twitch wouldn't lag every other minute? I'm so sorry, says Hitler's Run is dead, yeah. But do you need to get Howling Raids without any skip? Either the Monarch Wings. No, not the Monarch Wings. Isma's Tears of Crystal or Crystal Dash. One or the other. And we got the Desolate Dive. I'm gonna get some lore up here, so buckle up. How far into the lore are we? So we are in City of Tears and just did Soul Sanctum. So we did Fungal Waste and Mantis Tribe already. Green Path, and that's about it, I think. You might go to bed soon, super bad and driving you nuts. Oh no. Oh, Cessa, I'm so sorry. I know that you wanted to see the slow run as well. I feel bad. Record Senda. Spare thought for those consumed. Through their grace we are evolved. No plague of mine shall overcome us now. So what they're saying is that they were trying to find a cure to the infection through this soul experimentation, right? And those are the breakers that they have from their research, let's say. But as you can see, the research that they were conducting was pretty fucking dark. It was pretty dark. having some speedrun movement there. These guys are a lot. Oh, come on. Alright, so we're done with this Salt Sanctum for the moment, at least. Where can we go now? Oh, okay. Now that we have this, I know where we can go. Ha ha ha. New area, people. Oh, come on, move. Move. Just, dude. You're making me look bad. Now we're going to a new area. Well, technically we could go to Deep Nest, but we have no lamp. And Deep Nest is very dark if you don't have a lamp. But, I mean, that wouldn't be a problem, really. I think. But I think we should do things in a little bit of a better order. So what we're gonna do, since you can break a secret one on that bench. Oh, that's already done, yeah. That's already done. It's just that I forgot in the meantime, but yeah. Turns up the gamma, yeah. But we're gonna go with what the game is giving us. So the game gave us already a spell, but also gave us enough money. So I think we're gonna go buy the lantern, right? Because why not? And here's our friend Sly. He opened the shop as he said he would.
Ah, hello. I knew we'd meet again. How do you like my cozy little store? I've made myself pretty comfortable here, selling old trinkets to travelers like yourself. If you're planning a trip below, I've several items that might improve your chance of survival.
He does have several things that we're interested in, particularly the Lumafly Lantern. Now let's read about it. What's more important, a light to guide your way or a friend who will stay by your side? Why not both? Take this bright little fellow as your companion, and he'll light your way through the thickest darkness. While buying the lantern, the Lumafly Lantern is basically like an enslaved Lumafly, I feel like. It's just a trapped, jailed, imprisoned little Lumafly. We're getting it though. And now we can go and we can enter the next area in two different ways. Oh, however, there are new characters that we can talk to. So why not? Oh, a piece of a mask. By our girlfriend. Who has a diary.
The White Savior, the maiden woke in darkness. Confused, she reached out. Sharp brambles.
Smith K69, nice. Thank you very much for follow.
Confused, she reached out. Sharp brambles jabbed at all sides. Burning acid bubbled close below. What nightmare had led her here? What hope of survival remained? Doomed, she thought herself, and to despair she fell, until a light bloomed far in the distance, a bright, glowing spot fast approaching. It swept majestic about the thorns, leapt above burning waters, and dove towards the maiden. Coming close, the form revealed at last. A beautiful being, sharp horns gleaming white. Arms reached out for the damsel, gathering her up, grip firm.
Sorry about that. Okay, so we can see that our girlfriend has not only a merch that is not available for us to buy, like that beautiful knight over there, but also she's writing a story about us. which is kind of weird. But she be like that. She be a tad weird. Now let's talk to our best friend.
Oh, what a turd. Our shopkeep's come home. Just wandered back in. I hope for grand tales of his time below, but he seems to remember almost nothing. Maybe it was all too much for him. If you are interested in his wares, watch out. He drives a hard bargain, that one. No competition. That's the problem. It's bad for the market. Not that he's complaining.
He's just gossiping about Sly.
I never thought I'd see such a thing. The Stag Station has opened. That building lay silent since before even my time. Oh, I've heard the tales of the glorious lines, a web of tunnels running all through the kingdom. Not that I'll be traveling them, mind you. I'm quite content where I am. Did you visit that temple? A strange building, I've heard, though I've never dared the journey myself. The braver among us once went there to pray, said they felt at peace within the walls. After a while, they stopped going. I wonder what changed.
So, the Elder Bug starts giving you more and more lore, depending on the sites that you're visiting or the characters that are now in the village, and he will tell you more information about them or the current state of the world.
Young couple's just recently taken up residence in the house beside the station. Seems they're running a map shop, which may excite adventurous types like yourself. She's a tall bug, the wife. I told them to take a larger house, especially given they're all empty, but they like the look of that one. The way she has to bend just to get through the door, I wouldn't put up with it myself. That lovely young lass returned to us. I must admit, I'd placed thin odds on her survival. Seems to think very highly of her rescuer, some sort of dashing warrior type. Barely stopped gushing since she got back. The warrior must have passed down below whilst I was taking my nap. Such a shame. I'd have loved to meet so impressive a bug. I hope you aren't too disappointed by our little town, traveler, though it's now a solemn place. Once we were much more welcoming. Entry to the kingdom was forbidden long ago, supposedly after some great calamity. Many gates were closed, but our old well remains as a way to creep back in. Over the years, all kind used the well to wriggle into the ruins, wanderers and thieves and adventurers. Funny how few ever come back up. Perhaps they find what they're looking for. But I'm not so naive. No doubt, they've all been gobbled up. There are countless dangers in those depths.
The optimistic, eh?
Did you see that tall cliff beyond the town's graveyard? It's only the base of a much larger peak. There is mines and machinery and all sorts of valuable rock forms inside. Many a traveler through Dirtmouth headed straight for it.
He's giving us a clue. He's sort of right, though. He's kind of right, yeah. Alright, he told us about the bench already. So here it is. We have two ways of getting to that peak of him. Another character, though.
Pale thing. You wear that nail with ease. If you're in search of combat, you'll find no great warriors in this decaying burrow. I've heard an arena exists somewhere below. One built for our like. Meet me there and we'll test what skills you possess. I'll be heading down soon. Come and find me if you dare.
Fucking Tiso, I don't like him. So there are two ways of getting to the Crystal Peaks, and one we have the requirements for both. One is with the lantern that we just purchased, and the other one is by using the spell that we just got as well from the Soul Master. So I'm guessing we're gonna use the spell since we're already here, and why not, right? So let's go. And we can check on Myla as well at the same time. Myla? You're not singing or working. Myla?
Bury my body, cover my shell. What meaning in darkness? Yet here I remain. I'll wait here forever, till light blooms again.
Myla, you're scaring everybody.
Bury body, cover shell. Darkness, no meaning. Dangerous, still remain. Light again.
Okay, I'm gonna leave you to it. You should take a nap or something. Talk to you later, Myla. Fucking Monka Shake, dude. It's about to be crazy. And this is the other way around the Crystal Peaks that you can use if you want to. And you don't have to pay for the toll. You're already here, so that's very cool as well. No, right, we're doing... we're not speedrunning the game, we're doing the thing. Sorry, chat. Tend to forget. Oh, fuck me. Imagine wake up and see your partner in the corner of your bedroom talking like that. It's like, darkness, light, fuck me. What the hell? This place, yeah, Crystal Peaks is something for sure. We're gonna do it in this, like in different order that I'm used to, so that should be fun. Oh, this is close right here, right? Yeah. So this is not a entirely good idea. Let's go back. I am dumb. I wanted the money. Oh, right. I need to open this too. Okay. Oh, this is probably all closed, right? Yeah, this is all closed. Makes no sense for me to be here, I guess. I hate these bugs so much. These bugs are probably the worst enemies in the game. I hate them so very much. The movement resets every time you enter a room? Yes. So the cycle of the little laser thingies, it's yeah, that's just a set cycle. It would always reset. Courtney is here. But I don't think we have money for the map though.
Come to scale the mountain. I've heard a tale of a summit way up there. Too far for me though, and I'm not really one for heights.
We don't have enough geo for the map, Courtney. Sorry. Sorry. Well, we can do that. And get this already. Finn's literally dead staring at me. Yeah, run. So we're gonna do the key thingy, right? Gonna get this key. This key is important. The shopkeeper's key. If you take a look at, Chad, that key, this one, who does it look like? In the likeness of a shopkeeper. The goat. True. It is funny because it's true. And this is the scam. This is the real scam. Hey buddy, how's it going? You kinda taking a break? It's all good? Taking it easy? Alright. See you. Okay. Let's do it. And after you kill him, then you unlock basically the bench. Gets unlocked for you, which is a good thing. If you need to rest here, you need a bench. It's always a good idea to kill that boss. Is not a particularly difficult boss, I would say. And it kind of helps you out opening, you know, looks like a speed run. But only for killing the bosses. Like if I can kill them fast, I will. But yeah. I think Quirrell should be here. Yeah, look at Quirrell. The next version of him is difficult, though.
Ah, quite a view, no? I'm not surprised you survived the trek through these shimmering caverns. There's an air of strength about you. I suspect it would be quite intimidating, if not for your small stature. Did it sadden you to see those miners below, still laboring at their endless task? Even over calm, strong purpose has been imprinted upon their husks. The crystal ore is said to contain a sort of energy, not as powerful as the soul the city dwellers harnessed, but far less lethal. Strange to know such ancient facts. I wonder from where my knowledge comes.
The true goat, yes.
At this high vantage, I can just make it out, the light from that sad little town. I doubt its residents could even comprehend the scale of the world that surrounds them. So small it seems.
Man, Quirrell is so cool. Fucking Quirrell. So cool. He's so cool. So we said we were not gonna do any kind of major breaking, so I'm not gonna go up there yet. I could go now and get a pale ore, but we're gonna leave that for later. I don't wanna kind of like break any sequence yet. Fuck you. Imagine a DLC with Quirrell. That was so cool. Have you seen the comic? The comic book of Quirrell? That's before the beginning of the game, and it's when he faces Hornet. He actually fights Hornet. That is pretty fucking cool. And we got all the little... I would say, yeah, we got them all. The shortcuts. There you go. All the shortcuts have been opened. Oh, you didn't know you could kill those? Yeah, you can. Consume the crystal heart. So you can see that that's a golem. And what we take is the main core of energy of that golem. Those golems were used by the people here to mine these crystals. And they were using crystals also to power up these machines, right? And that's basically what we use. It's funny that we are kind of use a machine in order to get our super dash. Flexing the speedrun strat. Well, on the ground or climb to a wall, concentrate the force. Release the button to blast forwards and fly through the air. This has been my most foolhardy and fun upgrade so far. It's super cool, right? I agree. It's really cool. Okay, I kind of want to open all of this as well. Stop it. Just because I want all the money. You can kill the big ones hitting his back. Oh yeah, with up slashes. That is absolutely... No, I keep pressing down. I don't want to press down. I took a shower and I'm lurking in bed. Ooh, that's so nice. That sounds very comfy. Wait, is that the treasure? I want the treasure. Ah, ouch. That hurt. Ow, that hurt too. Okay, I don't want to die here. Let's do this first. So we're safe. Ugh. Ugh. Duh. Uh-huh. Okay, there you go. Now we're better. There you go. Now we're safe. Says I'm gonna switch places. I was on my work day. Yee. KK. All right. So where are we going now? I think. There is a charm that we can get right now that I think we should go get. That is down here or up there? Down here, right? Yeah, I think it's down here. You know how, Dreamgate? You choose the area with the thrompers? You did? Oh, no, it's up there. Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay, it's up there. Just go more. No, go. I hate you so much. So it's up here, right? Let's go get our charm. There is a charm here. There you go. I'm an idiot. Deep focus. Did you already get D-Dark? No, not yet. That's what we're gonna get next. That is exactly what we're getting next. Die. Why are you sorry? No. All of the like suggestions or things that I might be forgetting, just everything's welcome, Beanie. Duh. That was very scary. That was very scary. At least 1 health will be nice. Eeh, thank you. Okay, chat. It's time to suffer. Time to suffer in pain. Oh, come on, you should have done that, you fucking fucker. Jesus Christ. What an asshole. There you go. Now at least we have some health now, right? Oh, there's a grub here that we need to rescue. Yeah, well, we have to, right? It's a grubby. I have to rescue the grubby. Say testing is done for the day. Yes! Welcome back, Drip. And we have our Descending Dark. Now that's an upgrade to our spell. If you notice, we have 2 types of spells. I mean, we have 3 spells, and there are 2 types of spells. Ones that are light, like they're white, and the ones that are the same but upgraded, stronger, and they are dark. And there is a reason for that thing to happen. I will explain eventually, but there is a reason why our spells get dark. Who was that in the crystal? A shaman. So what we saved there is a shaman. He is frozen, his body's there. The same for Howling Wraiths. The third spell is also in the body of a shaman. The shaman is not alive. The only shaman that's alive is the one that we find at the beginning that give us the Vengeful Spirit, in fact. And we're finally gonna get to the Resting Grounds. Which is an area that you're probably familiar with, right? If you remember, to protect the vessel, the dreamers lay sleeping. Monomon the teacher, in her archive, surrounded by fog and mist. Lurien the watcher, in his spire, looking over the city. And Hera the beast, in her den, amidst the deep darkness beyond the kingdom. Through their devotion, Hallownest lasts eternal. You remember that the Hollow Knight is sealed in the Black Egg Temple by the 3 dreamers, the 3 seals, which is these 3, the dreamers. Let me get some. Go no further, little shadow. What compels its climb out of the darkness? What compels his return to this sacred kingdom? A call from beyond the seals? By the vessel or by that captive light? Would the seal break? They cannot be undone. But the vessel weakens. That plague springs anew. They must be undone. Yet still our seals remain. Our duty holds. It must be cast away. Our duty holds. It shall be done. So, this is interesting. Fade away, little shadow. Fade away and let us sleep in peace. So this is interesting. A little bit of lore on this part. So like I said before, when the infections started appearing again from the Radiants, the king desperately starts looking for a plan to contain it, right? And he does two things. He seals the infection within the vessel, within the Hollow Knight. And it's called the Hollow Knight because it's basically a vessel. It has no feelings, it has no emotions, no nothing, and it's empty to contain the infection inside. And those motherfuckers just sleep. And the second thing that the king does is create a seal. He seals the city as well. He closes the city. But he seals the infection with the help of 3 dreamers. Now, these dreamers were not forced to do it. They kinda made a different deal with the king in order to become these martyrs, right? Lurien and Monomon were already loyal to the king, but Hera wasn't. Now, Hera was the queen of Deep Nest, right? And like I told you at the beginning, Deep Nest was a different kingdom. It was not absorbed by Hollow Nest. They were their own thing. And the idea of Deep Nest was they were not at war, but they were kind of hostile to each other. They didn't like each other too much, right? So what happens is that the king kind of needs to make a deal with them. Because Lurien voluntarily says, yes, I will be one of the dreamers. Just sign me in. I will help you. I will seal. I will give you my life then, and I will seal the Hollow Knight, the infection, right? Monomon is not too convinced because Monomon is sure that the seal will be broken at some point. So one of the voices there who keeps saying the seal must be undone, it must be undone, is Monomon. She was convinced that the seal was gonna break. Now all I need to worry about is watching the stream and what to have for lunch. Ah, nice. So King isn't loyal, if you can understand. Yeah, it's not. So Monomon, she's not convinced because she has studied this thing as well, right? And she puts in place one particular set thing in motion. She has like Quirrell was her help, her assistant, and she's like, Quirrell, I'm gonna let myself be sealed and become a dreamer, but I'm gonna give you my mask. And my mask is gonna be the key to break my seal. So I'm gonna put an extra security to the thing. And it's gonna do it through Quirrell. And she sends Quirrell away. So Quirrell, being super loyal to Monomon, he says, okay, I'll do it. And he leaves the archives and he leaves the kingdom. So not only Quirrell goes to the outside where bugs lose their memories of Hollow Nest because they don't have the beacon anymore, the control of the king that gives them intelligence. So they kind of outside of this range, they start becoming more and more insect-like. They start losing their thoughts. Not only Quirrell is outside doing that, but he also is carrying the mask of another bug. So he kind of has this double personality thing that he doesn't understand what the hell's going on. That's why Quirrell doesn't really remember anything of the kingdom. But he's coming back to it because he feels the call, because the seal has to be broken. That is more or less why Quirrell is so cool. But also why he should be dead, because he's very, very old. It's just that at this point, he's still being kept alive by the seal and by the mask of Monomon. But once he does it, when he breaks the seal, he tells you, and his voice changes too. He's like, I'm very tired and I'm very old. I think I'm going soon, man. Because that was his only mission. And finally, the last one that needed convincing was Hera. Hera was like, what the fuck am I gonna help you, right? I'm not even from your kingdom. I don't give a fuck about this, dude. And the king is like, I need a dreamer. And she says, okay, I will help you. We'll make a deal. If I become your dreamer, you're gonna give me a child that is gonna be royalty of Hollow Nest and royalty of Deep Nest. And the king agrees, the queen agrees as well. And the king and Hera have a child together. And that child is known as Hornet. they together, the king gives Hornet, let's say, as they call it, as a gift. They have a child together, right? And Hornet is known in Hallownest as the gender child. She is clearly a girl, and she is royalty from both, from Deepnest and from Hallownest. She is born of Hera and the king, but she is raised by the queen in the White Palace, and she is trained by Vespa. Vespa is the king of the bees. She is the one that is in the background in the fight with the Hornet, with the Hive Knight. Vespa, the king of the queen of the bees, she is the one that trains Hornet, and it gives her name of Hornet. So that's pretty interesting. And that is why Hera agrees to become one of the Dreamers. But now it's your time to break the seals, right? They're beautiful sea creatures. Don't break the seals. All right. Storytelling streams when I don't know. I have what it takes to do one of those. Oh fuck. To cast you away into this space between body and soul. So right now we are in the dream. You're correct, but I don't want you to be correct. So right now we are in a dream. And as I told you before, the dream is the realm of the Radiance. And the Radiance used to be the god of the moths. And there are not many moths alive anymore. Will you accept their judgment and fade slowly away? Or will you take the weapon before you and cut your way out of this sad, forgotten dream? Oh, we will talk about White Palace later, Vini, when we get there. And we get the dream nail from the moth. It can cut through the veil between dreams and waking. And here we meet our first moth of the game, one of the moth tribe. Basically the sole survivor of these worshippers of the Radiance. Malibu.
Ah, you've returned. Welcome back to the waking world. Those figures, those dreamers, they reached out with what little power they still have and dragged you into that hidden place. But that talisman you now wield, the dream nail, it can cut through the veil that separates the waking world from our dreams. Even the dreamers themselves cannot hide from such a weapon. Though I must admit, that sacred blade has dulled over time. Together, perhaps, we can restore its power. You only have to bring me essence. Essence, the precious fragments of light that dreams are made of. Collect it wherever you find it and bring it to me. Once we have enough, we can work wonders together. Go out into the world, wielder. Hunt down the essence that lingers there.
Collect 100 essence and return to me. I will teach you more. So the dream nail is this mechanic of the game that basically allows you to communicate with dreams of some characters or even some bodies as well. And you can basically take a peek into the mind of these characters. Originally, for the game, what it was planned was a different mechanic entirely. With the dream nail, you were supposed to cut their heads, literally cut their heads, open them, and enter their brains, like enter their dreams. Very literally. There is a video of that I can share in the Discord later if you want. I have before anyways. But that mechanic, because every head of every person that you would cut, you know, like, it was a mess to program, I guess, and it was much more content. It was like a mini game inside or something like that, so yeah. If you try to read the mind of the seer,
What are you doing poking about in a dusty old mind like mine? Nothing of worth is hidden inside, believe me. But keep probing the world around you with your dream nail. Hidden things will reveal themselves.
So she knows. She's aware that we're trying to read her mind, right? Insomnia sword. My voices are on point. Cutting their heads does sound like a mess. Yeah, like entering each person's world and it would be like a mess.
You're still unpracticed in the way of dreams.
Okay, she wants me to collect 100 essence. So we need to collect essence to get some different things that the seer will give us. This is the first example of how to collect essence in the worlds. You can do it by defeating warriors, like dream warriors, which are spirits of warriors who died in Hallownest for one reason or another. You can also collect essence randomly. Sometimes enemies will drop 1 essence or 2 essence. It takes forever to get it that way, so that's not reliable and it's also random. Or you can do it when you find these trees and you collect all the essence in the little puzzle thing, platforming thingy. This song is so beautiful. And once you've done it... Fuck me. The tree is there complete and you can actually read a little bit of lore.
Dead remembered. Penitent moth. Dreams revered.
Little bit of lore. Do I need 2400 for 2%? Or no, because one is an achievement, but the other one is not a percent. I think I need 1800, right? By the way, Dangle, are you doing the marble races again? I guess that at some point we can do it. Okay, 1% for the Awaken. I do remember that. And there is 1% for 2400? I don't remember that. Ugh. Yikes, dude. Yikes. I think I need to get some souls somewhere. Because this is not healthy. Easy. There you go. Much better. Ow. That really hurt. Man, this area is a little dangerous. Back in a second, switch to phone. Oh, right. One bench here. And we have one character here. Now, look at this place. This place is important. Awaken is 1800. Yeah, 24 is for achievement. I remember that much. This character is actually quite important in the lore. She is one of the 5 Knights of the King. And her story basically is... She was renowned and revered in Hallownest as one of the strongest warriors, right? One of the 5 knights. And she was from a foreign land. They never said where she's from. The issue is she fell in love with the daughter of one of the Mantis Lords. And that Mantis Lord in particular is the one that I was telling you before that actually leaves the village and goes to Queen Gardens because he accepts the infection within to become stronger. And that's Trader Lord. Trader Lord and his daughter fell in love with this knight also. But they were never allowed to be together. Not only was because Trader Joe accepted the infection, but also because they were two females. So, pretty shit. And now she lives here, depressed and sad because she knows that her lover died. And she wants you to take the flower to her lover's, grave. We'll do that at some point. Not yet. We don't even have access to the place yet. Yeah, Trader Joe is way easier to remember. A very sneaky you. So dark. Buy one, get one damage at Trader Joe's. The shamans, the snails, they're very weird. We don't really know what the hell's going on with them. They're mystical, they have magic. We don't know if they are void or not. But as you can see, this is kind of a sarcophagus kind of thing. And also the silhouette of the place is also like that. But we get a charm, the Soul Eater, which is very powerful. But also this has collision. And you can nail it. And it tells you, let me rest. The only thing you can say is like, alright, I guess. Learning so much. Lore, hey Sarah, hello. Yeah, we've been doing a lot of lore today. It's been super fun. How you doing, Sarah? No, you're not. And we're getting a seal. So that's cool. We're gonna get more lore from Lem as well. But yeah, like that is one of the first stories that was really like surprising to me when I played Hollow Knight and I checked that out, was why that is so hidden. You know, like the story of the daughter of Trader Joe and the knight. We're back here, and this is our first Dream Warrior that we're gonna face in the run. His name is Xero. I call it Xero, though.
Stop there. Those who try to leave this kingdom are cursed. Better to rest here until time itself sleeps. Hope and freedom. I thought that strength alone could grant me these things. In my dreams, I would cut that plague with my nails, and then I turned my weapons upon the king. When I awoke in this sacred place, I began to understand.
My god. Doing all those voices is killing me. Sorry.
Those who hope are already doomed. Do you still hope, Wanderer? Will you flee, or will you raise your weapon and doom us both?
I guess we're challenging the
Stoma,
warrior.
Hydrate.
Thank you, Gold. We're challenging Zero. Am I reminding you of the clip? What is the clip? And that is Zero. So you can consume their soul, their essence right now because they're just dead. They just don't know. So what's going on with the Dreamers is that the Dreamers were warriors in Hollow Nest. They died somehow. Each one of them has a story, but they don't know. They're not aware that they're dead at first. So that's why they challenge you. When you defeat them, they realize that, and they can go and rest, right? How this it happened in real life is that the Dream Warriors were actually incentives for the Kickstarter of the game. When I read about Dominos both, that's true. This was an incentive for the Kickstarter of the game. If you don't know, Hollow Knight was also made possible because of a Kickstarter. So these people who were on that tier of the Kickstarter, they had the chance to design and create a backstory for their own character that was going to be in-game. Of course, they did it, but Team Cherry also monitored this very closely, and they made and applied some changes accordingly to fit their story better. But they kept the names and they kept more or less the general design and ideas. However, they did change a little bit of the lore. So yeah. The lore of Zero is that he was a warrior, but he decided that strength was the most important thing and that only through strength you could survive. And he decided to defy the king, and he was put to death.
I can see now. Those who turn against the king are doomed as soon as they raise their weapon. Do not call me a traitor. Simply call me a fool. I know you will not flee. Wherever you go, I'll be watching.
And we have collected our first Hundo essence. Nice. Bum, bum, ba-da-dum, bum, 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 bum. Yeah, he's pretty menacing. It's pretty menacing. And now we're back in the City of Tears. However, this time we are on the other side of City of Tears. Remember that we were locked after the square? And we couldn't go past that door? So now we are on the other side, on the right side of the City of Tears. Which is pretty cool. You fool! Ow! No! Jesus Christ, am I gonna die? Maybe. Very scary part. Egg down. Gonna see a lot of eggs here, yeah. And we're gonna see a part of the game that I really, really want to talk about because it's fucking creepy. Well, we'll see it very soon. I think we're gonna see it. Yeah, we have time today to see it. We have a little bit more of stream, so yeah, it's gonna be okay. Well, we kind of don't need this, do we? All right. So two things to do here. One is opening this bench. I mean, opening this stag, sorry. Save here. Dangle dink dunk. And kill the eggs. We're getting money, baby. We're getting paid. Hell yeah. Getting all the money. So this is the rich people area, right? It's kind of reddish as Drip, was it who commented before? Was it Vinny or was it Drip? Was Vinny, right? Make it like a shula, baby. So this is the area of the city that was closed because it is basically for rich people, right? Shall we? I don't know if we shall. Maybe not. Not yet. But I want to show you that, guys. Can you please go? Thank you. Not gonna be able to show you yet. What about getting Shade Soul? Yes, we can do that. We can do that, Vinny. Absolutely. That shouldn't be too hard. We need to go get the key, though. Now we open the shortcut. Show us things. Yeah. You're so dang hungry. Isn't it like 6 in the morning for you, Ainsley? Of course you're hungry. It's like breakfast time. Alright, let's do it. Fuck it. Look at the symbol. The symbol is for a... springs? For hot springs? I'm gonna show you something. Songstress Marisa, a voice to ease all burdens and still all troubled minds. So this is basically like the concert hall of the City of Tears, right? This is where the rich people, I'm assuming, would gather and will do rich people things. Like going to concerts and operas and talk with monocles and things like that, I'm assuming. Wanderer Journal and a body there that says hide. Look at the clue. Hide. That is the first clue. So like rich people do, yes, but I wouldn't know though. I'm not one of those rich peoples. Alright, let's keep checking the clues. And then we have to do it again and again and again and again and again. This is kind of annoying. But what you gonna do? You have to wait. Oh, but if it was still daylight savings, you would have been spot on. Ah, I know, Ainsley. So that's the first one. This is the second one. Here's the third one. Here's the fourth one. That's important. And the fifth one. And now we can go one by one. Because what I was doing was dumb. All right. Marisa. So you can see these people are there. They're probably fans, like Marisa fans or something. Tastes wrong. Hungry. And if you continue, you find the kitchen. And in the kitchen, you're gonna find the secret of City of Tears. After the king had to seal the city because of the infection, he like I said, he did two main precautions: sealing the radiance in the Hollow Knight, using the Dreamers to seal the Black Egg Temple, and closing the gates to the city. So the City of Tears as the capital had no more commerce, no more pilgrims in the pilgrim way that I talked to you at the beginning of the stream. Nothing else. At some point, they had to start doing what you see they were doing. Some of the bodies you see in the background are from the big fat bugs that we can find in Kingdom's Edge, but some of the others are not. This is the cook.
Shrink, you look pretty skinny. Very scrawny. That's the way to be, I reckon. Just look at me. A great big juicy fatty oily scrumptious bug. No wonder I'm so popular around here.
Oh no, he's not the cook. He's just one of the fat guys. His name is Poggy Thorax.
I've been waiting an awfully long while. Surely it's dinner time soon?
Poggy, it was dinner time. You were dinner time. So that's the secret of City of Tears. They started eating the population themselves. Let's take him out of his misery, I guess. And yeah, you see the other bugs right there. That's why this guy says, tastes wrong. Fucking hell, it tastes wrong. Of course it tastes wrong. Eat it. Yep. Oh god, I know. Yeah, it's pretty dark. Irish Texan accent. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I keep thinking that one of these days I'm going to really upset someone with my voices. I'm not thinking of anything like that. I wouldn't even know, but. And now we found the Pleasure House. The taste is wrong, man. Cannibal diet is very trendy among CrossFitters now, but rich CrossFitters, right? Hey, Gao. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for staying. Now we find the Pleasure House, which, yes, it is the Pleasure House. It is what you're thinking. That's what it was. And Marisa was probably one of them, too. But she's also a singer, right? We can sit and watch Marisa perform, but we can also talk to her.
Welcome to my stage, little one. I am Marisa, a songstress of some renown. Though given the sorry state of this place, you may find it hard to believe. Huge crowds once flocked to hear me sing. Then something changed. The audience, once so enwrapped, began to leave. I continued to sing, yet my voice fell silent upon their ears. Perhaps you'd care to listen to me sing? You'll be the first in an age to hear it.
Yes, Marisa, we will listen to your song. Wanna sleep now? Marisa ASMR.
Even if only you, it's a wonderful thing to have an audience again.
We can also kill Marisa, like, end her eternal singing. But I'm gonna leave this one to you, chat. Chat, shall we consume the essence of Marisa, yes or no? What do you guys think we should do? We did it for Piggy Thorax because that was kind of shit, man, but yeah. We should consume her. Feel the truth, there's much less lag on mobile app, which is nice. Oh, okay. At least that for... That sucks, Cessa. I'm so sad. Because I know how much you wanted also, like, the full run. Well, not really, but I wanted you to experience the full run as well. Because I know that you haven't with us. Free her soul killing. Shall we, chat? Perhaps, yeah. Perhaps she needs to be free finally, right? She'll sing forever. That is true, Vinny. You know what, Vinny? Let's do it. Let's save her. And we got 2 beautiful, beautiful springs. Farewell, Marisa. You can kill the non-combat ghosts. Yeah, you can absorb them. They will give you only 1 essence. And it's basically like a lore choice, like you decide if you want to do it or not. In this case, I think we're gonna try to free them all because their story is usually dark and shit. And they don't realize most of the time that they're dead. So, you know, kind of makes sense for us to be just collecting their essence and just, you know, making them have a better afterlife, I guess. Can I ask why you didn't go to the sewers after City of Tears? Seems like it was the obvious way to go. Yes. So you have 2 ways to go. You can, because the game suggests you both. If you get the simple key on your way to the crossroads, then you can use that simple key where Lem's shop is to go to the sewers. But also, if you went that way, you also got the Soul Master Desolate Dive, which also gives you an idea of where to go to the Crystal Peaks. So basically you make a choice. I decided to go to Crystal Peaks because I just wanted to have my dash. And then after getting the dash, getting the upgrade to the new skill, and then going down to the resting grounds and coming to City of Tears anyways. I only had 1 key though. And I wasn't sure of using that key. I was gonna use it for the sewers. But I also wanted to show you guys the lore about the City of Tears and the cannibalism that happened towards the end of the city, right? So I made a choice and I used my key. So what is coming now is getting another key. And the only way that I have right now to get another key is to go get my wings. So that's what we're doing next. Getting our wings. You remember the one that gave a blue charm with all the flowers? Oh yeah, Johnny. Johnny is a sad story as well. We don't know much about Johnny, but we know that she thinks she's still alive. Oh, nice, nice. Okay, now it's our time then, since we don't have a key. We could do a little bit of a skip here and go kill the Watchers. That is possible. We could go kill the Watchers and free Lurien. I don't think we should do it that way. For those of you who are interested. Yeah, but Johnny is a woman, I believe, Cessa. I'm not sure, but I also had the same idea because Johnny is very, like, at least in both Spanish and English is like male. But I believe that Johnny in Hollow Knight is actually a girl. So in order to go to the Watchers, you need the double jump, but you can also do this skip. This is Spire skip, and that's something that you can like easily do just with a jump. And there you are. And you can go and kill the Watchers if you want to. Oh right, it was a Finnish male backer. Yeah, so maybe it is a man. But yeah, Johnny sounds very, very, very masculine too. So we could go get the wings right now, but we could also go get an upgrade to several upgrades actually. Like we could go so many places right now. We could go to Kingdom's Edge. There's so many places we could go to. Right? We could go get the key from Sly right now.
Many stations have been opened. Again, I can travel the breadth of the kingdom. So many grand thoroughfares, and old sideways I'd forgotten. Somewhere amongst the lines lies the Stagnest, the place where I was born and raised. I thought its location lost to my failing
Lava
mind.
time.
But now I can almost remember the path. If you keep opening stack stations and beckoning me through them, perhaps I'll again find that nest. I would like that very much.
Laughing time. You never asked for this? For what? Hey Google. Tell me a joke. Hey Google. Tell me a joke.
The right eye said to the left eye, "Between you and me, something smells."
All right.
I never asked for this. I never asked for this.
I could also say like in the Witcher, like
Medallions humming. The winds howling.
or something like
Yennefer. She smells like lilac and gooseberries.
that was a good Jensen.
I never asked for this.
Ooh, look at the girlfriend. Girlfriend time. Well, hello. Oh, this is too cute. This is too cute. And she blushes, right? Chat, something you might not know is that the original hug emote of this channel, you know, this is the hug emote of this channel. It's one of the oldest emotes, I think. It's from the second generation of emotes. But the original one, let me see if I can show you that. No, not this, but you get the idea. The original one. Where is it? I can show you right now. How can I? Oh, okay, it's locked. Gotcha. Let me see if I can show you the OG. This was the original hog emote of this channel. I never used it and I haven't used it for anything, but yeah, this was it. Yeah, that was the first idea. It is Zote. Because you will see why later. It is Zote, yeah. I just never used it. I never used it, and this one ended up our emote. The hug emote was this one. The Stealer, yeah. Anyways, let's see what she's thinking, because she's not gonna talk to us though. But we can hear her thoughts.
My savior, so close.
Oh yeah, that's me, baby. Hell yeah. I am said savior. Pay to win hogs, yeah.
Did you know the caverns continue even below the capital? Few had ventured that deep, so the details are scant. Those who made it back told of impossibly old structures and roads formed as though the rock itself possessed a will.
Let's see his thoughts, though.
To descend into that ruin, why? Things are so much simpler up here.
Yeah, the man doesn't really care too much for that. Let's see the thoughts of Sly, though.
Wherever you are, whatever you do now, I hope you three are looking after yourselves.
Ah, he's thinking about 3 people in the game. We'll see that later, too.
What do you have there? Why? That's the key to my storeroom. I thought I'd lost it for good. Did you find it in those old mines, perhaps? Very curious. I've no idea how it ended up in such a remote place. Very honest of you to return it to me, yes. Very kind. And now that I can open my old storeroom up, I can sell you some of the rare stock that's been gathering dust in there. These items may be a little time-worn, but they still retain their full market value. Very precious stuff. Take a look.
This is what we came for. The elegant key. An explorer found this fancy key floating in the waterways of the city far below us. I've not cleaned it. Alright. Shit. Literally. And now we got the elegant key. And maybe we can purchase a mask shard. Why not? And complete one of our masks, I guess. Battle beam. Nice. I guess we can also complete... Oh yeah, we can also complete one of the magic things, right? Let's do it. Look at this. It's completed, baby. Who's the face in the elegant key? We'll check. Definitely, I feel like this... The vessel fragment, when it's complete, should be like one of our emotes. It's like... It's like a bog emote, right? I don't know. I don't know we can identify who that is. It looks like... Well, it has... If you check it clearly, it has the round face and the mouth of the Soul Master. And also has the crystal here, which indicates that it's part of the scholars of the Soul Sanctum. Because that's the indication. That's what they use to amplify the soul power, right? You posted a Gensum clip? Thank you, KK. Thank you, thank you. She also makes a sound when you walk past her. I believe. When it's the first time. Yeah, when she sees you. Look at that. She's looking at you, right? She's so cute. Nice. I can listen myself. Oh, that was almost spot on. Nice. Alright, now that we have this key, we can go to that particular area and get that power up. So, yeah, maybe we should go there. Right now. Also, we now have the key, right? Like not the key, but the dream nail, right? Eee. And we can do this. You were listening, but not watching. That would have been out of context. Don't bunk me. Don't bonk me. Can someone bonk Ainsley? Oh, you're so annoying. No. Ainsley, you were basically asking for it. Damn it. Fuck you. How are you still alive? I hate these guys. These guys are like super annoying. Also, they're very dangerous. For the hitless run, I think that was one of my most feared enemies, I think. Because they can be very unpredictable and very fast with their spears. Alright, nothing else here. Nice. We got all the dream. All the dream. So many years already. 50,000? Alright, Chatterino. Our next mission will be to get what is beyond the door. Here's where we use the elegant key. An ornate door made from glistening metal. Insert the elegant key? Yes. This is our mission now. And we have to fight a mini-boss, which we already fought before, but this time is stronger because it has some ghosty little bitches that appear as well. Yeah. Nothing else there. And all of that just for this. As you can see. Wait. Is it true that all the benches look different, unique? Not all of them, but there are 37 different designs of benches. And some of them repeat. But yeah, there are at least 30, I believe it's 37 different designs. I know there's quite a bit of unique one at least, but maybe Dangle knows, yeah. And if you look at this, what do you think this is? The people of the Soul Sanctum were conducting experiments, right? And you can see that a lot of tubes are coming out of this machine, and they're taking soul out of this creature. And if you look at this creature is a shaman. But it's on the front. It's the front of the shaman. Just normally we see this the profile, but this is yeah, a shaman. We cannot interact with the dream. Keep it, remember this machine, because we're gonna see this machine again, or something similar. A figure connected to a device. Examine closely. No, there is like 100 benches. There's just, I believe there's like 37 unique designs. Consume the Shade Soul. This is the upgrade to our Vengeful Spirit. To unleash a more powerful spirit. It consumes the same amount of soul, but with increased power. You can see it here. And now it's Shadow, the same as our Descent in Dark, right? Yeah, maybe we can go this way. Should be good. Because we do have some things that we want to sell to Lem, right? No, Tilda, no. Not really. I'm just gonna sell to Lem. Can I get some Helmadelkas in the chat? Please, some Helmadelkas. We're gonna sell these things to Lem.
A Wondrous Journal? Yes, I'll add it to the pile with the others. I don't know when I'll get to decipher this one. It's long, hard work translating the many languages of the bugs that explore these caverns. Thank you guys, thank you. El Matelka.
Boris' son?
A Wondrous Journal. You have a knack for finding these. Corpses must be frequent on your journey. No doubt your nails creating many more.
Velmi Artred. Boris' son?
Another Wondrous Journal, eh? It sounds like there, I have to change it. Wara's son, Kian. Opal. Okay. This journal is of traditional stone type. Text endures well upon it. In its declining age, this city switched from stone to parchment woven of spider's silk. It's a small tragedy, but the moisture in these towers has rendered most of those texts illegible.
Velmi Artred. Opal.
A Wondrous Journal? Have you heard that saying about stone journals? If danger lurks close by and your nail has dueled with wear, just swing your journal at your foes with blunt and deadly flare. So safe to say journals and hollowness seals are specific just for selling? Yeah, absolutely safe. That's a good one, isn't it? And accurate. They sure have a heft to them.
Velmi Artred.
He even tells you a joke.
Gachael.
What's that? A Wondrous Journal? I have so many of these now. Once I get around to deciphering them all, I'll be preeminent scholar on Hallownett's dead. He kind of gets, like, stops. And he's like, okay, I don't have anything else to tell you about them because I've already told you so much. Finn is curled up next to you, nice. And we're back to where we started, Chatterino. So, here's what we're gonna do. Chat, here's what we're gonna do. Blum, blim. How are you, Chad? I hope you enjoyed today's episode of the slow run. Number 1 of as many as we need. As you can see, we're taking it very easy. We're just checking some lore, making some voices, telling some stories, talking to some characters. I found it super fun. I hope you did too. Okay, question time. What happens if you get D-Dark before Desolate Dive? Oh, this song is beautiful. Chrono Cross, by the way, this was done by Sam Griffin with the blessing of Yasunori Mitsuda-san itself. This was released as an album, like as a separate album when they released the Chrono Cross 20-year concert Blu-ray thing. But that's a different topic. What happens if you get D-Dark before Desolate Dive? You can't. You just can't get D-Dark. You need Desolate Dive to get to the area where D-Dark is. To break the floor. To enter. So you just can't. Thank you for the stream. Yeah, you're very welcome, Tilda, of course. Thank you for being here. It was cool. You like the lore talk as well? Thank you. I enjoy it very much. I love this game. I love the lore. But there are many games that I would also like nerd out like that. Aw, thank you, Ree. I hope you enjoyed it. You can do it with cheat? I guess that if you do it with cheat already, the game will give you the solid dive. Like, nothing will happen. You just get the upgraded version, I imagine so. We could test it one of these days, Vinny, if you want. I could load up the practice mod and we can just go cheat it. Just to see. It was very informative and cozy. Hey, you're very welcome. Let me see who is streaming.